Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. I'm your charming self-proclaimed yet still humble host, Mukluk. Today we are starting something somewhat new. Now, recently on our morning streams, we just finished Expedition 33, needed something new to start, and also recently in our evening streams, we did the multiplayer 4 versus 4 Age of Wonders game with Fairlight and 7 other content creators. Well, I think 6 other content creators and then 1 guy. Had a lot of fun on that, and it definitely kind of... Yeah, it's like the bug bit me again, and I really wanted to do more. Now, in the past, and all of the playthroughs I'm about to mention are on Mukluk Plays if you wish to watch them. We have done a playthrough of the base game campaign of Age of Wonders. Let me go to new game here for a second. So these are, they're called premium challenge realms. It's basically like an early campaign. We've done those. We did like the base game one. I'm gonna tab out just for the sound. We've done the base game one. There was one that we did when Ashes of War came out, where the Reavers were added to the game. There was one that we played, the one that says DD right here at the bottom left. That's Dragon's Dawn, not just double D, to behave. And we played a dragon in that one. And we have not played the PF is Primal Fury, the WW is Ways of War, and the GK is Giant Kings. We are going to try the Giant Kings campaign. So, without further ado, we're going to play Path of the Giants. Will you do a review video for Expedition 33? Yes. It's going to be positive. I'm going to nitpick about a couple of things, but overall, yes, it was a great game. So, for those of you who only have seen Age of Wonders 4 based on when we did the multiplayer thing, this is going to be much faster because when I finish taking my turn, the AI is going to take theirs instantly, and then it's my turn again. Repeat. So it's going to be much faster, and also the story. We will be able to get more out of the story. No Dragon Daddy. We might run into him. Okay, so Giant King map. A realm once ruled by the Giant Kings of Merida. Its ancient underground halls waiting to be rediscovered. Merida, many myths surround the fabled kingdom of Merida, where giant kings once ruled the small races across the worlds within. Undeniable is the wealth and grandeur still exhibited within its ruined monumental structures and cities. Yet there is much debate among Godir about the fall of Merida. Some say the giant kings became corrupted by their power, giving rise to the traitor kings. Others blame Archon's suppression for the destruction of a lost utopia. Certain is that the Archons and their allied elder dragons besieged Merida, ending the long age of giants and distantly presaging the Endalon crisis. While the various giant clans seek to carry on the legacy of their ancient forefathers, their deeds pale beside the marveled legends of Merida. And, you know, we can just keep going and going and going deeper, deeper, deeper. There's so many tooltips here. But for now, we're going to hit Path of the Giants. And going to hit Edit Game. And we're going to check a couple things. So, first of all, this map has several large contested continent landmasses. Okay. Lingering creators, giants and demi-giants are prevalent on this realm. Giant and ogre units are common. Okay. Crystal Dwelling. There's a crystal dwelling present on this map, engaged in its eternal search for knowledge. Crystal Dwelling is a type of dwelling inhabited by the remnants of giant kings in litherine forms. Only one crystal dwelling exists in a realm. The only way to improve allegiance with the dwelling is through quest. Having a pact with the crystal dwelling will unlock several trading options with them, such as the tome content, artifacts, litherine units, and revealing points of interest on the map. Once captured, it will immediately be destroyed and award some of the dwelling's trade items to the conqueror. Okay? Legends of Merida normal realm trait. The realm was once part of the fabled giant kingdom called Merida. There are fated regions present on this map which offer quest chains exploring and present the past of Merida. Gain artifacts when completing fated regions, which grant unique bonuses and can be collected to start impactful follow-up happenings. Fated regions are affected by Ward of Fates. What is that? The region is protected by a spell, according to myth woven by fate itself, which renders this sector uninhabitable and blocks world map spells. Only when the fateful conflict overseen by the spell has been resolved will the ward disperse. So it's kind of like a Spelljammer, but it's a little different too. Only some of the fated regions available will be present, leaving more to be explored on another realm. Okay. Low population. This realm features less civilization than others. Free cities are rare. Okay, so there was a trait that I took in our multiplayer game that I could make more alliances with free cities, and then it kind of ended up being stupid because the other players killed all the free cities. So this would be another game where it would be not good to take that trait. This is why we're reading this. Subdued infestations. The wildlife on this realm is more dormant than usual. The realm starts with a reduced amount of infestations. Okay, so relative map size. We're gonna do a big map. Difficulty. I have tried playing brutal difficulty on my own time. It is actually insane. It basically is just like, okay, well, a human player is better than the computer, so we're just gonna let the computer cheat. So like when I had 2 armies, the computer hit me with 8. So I'm gonna try turning it up to hard, which I have not done a hard campaign from like all the way to the end before, and we're gonna see how it goes. And let's go to advanced settings. Where's the... Hang on a sec. I'm looking for the win conditions. I'm looking for the win conditions. All right. So magic victory, research tells build affinity, and shall give. So I've got magic victory turned off. Disable score limit. Yeah, score limit I also hate. Score limit is basically on turn 100, whoever has the highest score just wins. It's very abrupt. It feels weird. Expansion, owning a set amount of provinces through your city or vassals, building special beacons and defending them for a certain number of turns. Let's see. Hero resurgence. Select what happens when a hero dies during a battle while their side is still victorious. Auto combat. Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, save that. Okay, so we got some people here. Let's see. So we're going to create a faction.
What is your people's
and
form?
This is just cosmetic because you can change their passives. So, you know, there's human, elf, simian, ogrekin, goats, lupine, avian, lizard folk, orc, dwarf, halfling, goblins, feline, rats, toads, and moles. And I believe last time we had bird people and called them Tengu. Let's see. What was included? I don't think Giant Kings added any new races. So Ogrekin and Simian were both added with the Ways of War one. It said that giants and ogres were common on this map. How about just in the spirit of it, we'll play the ogres. Okay, and then we pick some orc. Well, we just played orc during the multiplayer. All right, so we pick some passives here. Now, I've got a few favorites. One is fast recuperation. Your units heal faster per turn outside of combat. And another is to either take mounts or to take athletics, which let your units move at basically near mount speed every turn. And then you get to do a lot more during your turns because you can get around faster. So I'm going to take those two because I'm just fond of them.
What is their origin?
Then we have the biggest choice so far, which is your culture. Now, I went back and checked the VODs because I couldn't remember, or not the VODs, but the playlist on Mukluk Plays. We have done a playthrough with the Reavers, which are these guys, the Industrious, which are really good at building and they're very tanky, and Dark, which it's like a dictatorship. They are very cruel, but the bonus is they don't care if their people are happy. The people don't get to vote anyway. So we've done those. We have not done playthroughs on stream with any of the others. So I'm going to avoid these three because I've done playthroughs with them on stream. When we do Ways of War later on, I want to play Oathsworn for that one because that was added with Ways of War. When we do Primal Fury, I will play Primal for that one. So I want to do something else. That means for this one, I'd like to do either Mystic, Barbarian, High, or Feudal. Fluke says Giant Kings had a rework on Feudal. You can choose 2 subcultures now. Wait, what? Well, yeah, I see the 2 of them, yeah. Yeah, so Feudal, a hierarchical society where nobles reign over their subjects. They feel exceptionally cheap to maintain armies and specialize in the use of cavalry. High is a highly developed society where members strive for harmony. When threatened, however, they wield their guiding light as a weapon. Have you played New Feudal? No, I haven't. Barbarian. where is it? People who thrive on war and aggression. They value strength and prefer to charge head-on into bloody battles. And Mystic has 3 options here. Mystic, a culture of scholars driven to study every corner of the astral sea. They prefer to find answers through research and arcane prowess. And those are the options. Okay. Let's see. Hang on a second, chat. I have got some cough drops here. I woke up with a sore throat, so I'm about to pop one into my mouth and hope that this helps. Okay. A couple of people are all saying try the new feudal. I'd be happy to try that. What are our options for feudal? All right, monarchy. Your people are loyal to the absolute rule of their monarch, gaining power from the presence of their ruler. The ruler will gain monarch's dominion. This unit is the absolute monarch of their faction. In combat, it activates for the monarch on friendly units. While army leader, all units in the army with for the monarch will have minus 100% unit upkeep. Oh, wow. So your main army's free. All right. Also, these units get plus defense, resistance, 10% damage, and 10 morale. Okay, so you got 1 free army, basically. Units gain for the monarch, yeah. Certain units can promote into higher tier units on attaining legendary rank. Okay, so similar to those of you who saw the 4v4, I was using Tome of Evolution, where I had like animals in my army, and they would grow up into much larger versions, so this is similar to that. All right. The other option is aristocracy. Your cities form powerful houses, able to field efficient armies when led by their liege lords. Each city has a feudal house led by its governor, who becomes the house's liege lord. All right, hold on. Oh my god. Hang on. Liege lord. This hero is the liege lord of their house, granting them and house units in their army minus upkeep, heal faster per turn. In battle, they and all units of their house gain more hit points and more morale. This bonus increases as the hero gains renown. Oh, I think I remember hearing Fairlight and Bomb just talk about this. So, yeah, plus hit points, plus morale per rank of renown. So if you're at max renown, your units get like 40 extra health, which is insane when some of them have like less than 100 hit points. All right. Units produced in feudal cities will become part of that city's feudal house, gaining XP as their liege lord gains renown. Certain units can promote to higher tier units. Okay, so interesting. So I wonder then, rather than have like one city that can make your tier 3 units, you're gonna want every city able to make all the units if each army needs to have the units from its own city. Is Muck's camera kind of low FPS? I think it's okay. I think it's all right. All right. All right, so I've never tried either of these since they did a rework. I will say, I'm more fond of nature affinity than I am of literally any other affinity. So for that reason, I will try out aristocracy. Okay, so feudal with aristocracy. This is my first time playing feudal since they did the change. So, here we go. Start.
What defines their society?
Okay, we got to pick 2 thingies here. I've got a few of the extra stuff unlocked because I've played before. These ones with this little symbol right here mean that I unlocked it through gameplay. Let's see. I don't think I should do an underground city. Experienced Seafarers goes really, really well with a Storm Giant. And we're going to play a Giant, so I will do this. So, for those who don't know, the Giants can put down this thing called a Stella, and the Stella will spread whatever type of terrain that Giant likes. Storm Giants spread rivers, and so every tile will have a little river going through it. And this is, you get more gold, food, and draft income for every province that has water in it. So we are going to take this with the Storm Giant just for more forms of income. So Experienced Seafarers. And then we gotta pick one more. I am quite fond of Chosen Uniters. However, that basically means more vassals, and it's said that this map is not gonna have many free cities. Don't pick Chosen Destroyers. What was that one? Raising a city is permanent. Oh, yeah. There's not gonna be many free cities. Yeah. Alright. Prolific Swarmers just means your people multiply faster. Giggity. So their cities grow faster. This is an okay option for literally anybody. Let's see. Ruthless Cannibals. Units gain the corpse-eating ability. Whenever you destroy a non-magic unit, nearest city gets mana and food. Let's see. Hermit Kingdom. If no one is touching your borders, you get plus bonuses to all forms of income. That's not bad. Well, most forms of income, I should say. Not all. I've heard that Devious Watchers, this was my favorite trait that I took in the multiplayer game. It was the Invisible Scouts, many of you will remember. And I was able to do a lot of chaos because they couldn't see my scouts. I've heard that this doesn't really work versus the AI. So I'm going to not take that, even though I'm quite fond of it, because I don't know if that's true or not. Vigilante Knight, maybe? Do I have that? I don't know if I have that one. I don't see it. I might not have that one. Yet. Let's see. Talented Collectors. A little bit more income. So, another thing is every option, you start with something. Experienced Seafarers, you start with Seafaring. I want to pick an option that starts me with another unit. Because the early game is going to be the roughest part. So, Fabled Hunters, not bad. Units regen faster. More resources from clearing nodes. There's a lot of decent options. Terraformers. Looking back at that Prolific Swarmers, where your city just grows to basically 10% faster, and you start with an extra tier 1 unit. I mean, that honestly ain't bad. Like, there might be something better, but there's no way that's a bad option. Cannibalism, and you've got full Ogre Kingdoms from Warhammer. Minus alignment. So, units gain the corpse-eating ability. They can eat a nearby corpse in combat to heal for 15 health. The nearest city owned gains 3 mana and 3 food per tier of non-magic origin units killed or lost after successful combat. A feudal corpse-eating society. You know what? Just for the theme? Sure. Alright. Seafaring Cannibals.
Choose your first tome of
Alright.
magic.
So we have got, hold on, what affinities do we have right now? 1 second. We have 1 nature, 1 order. Let me go back here. 1 chaos and another nature. Okay.
Choose your first tome of magic.
Let's see. This society that we're making right now is not gonna have an abundance of mana. I need to not pick a, oh, it's at the top left, thank you. I need to not pick a style of play that uses a crap ton of mana. Like, for example, in the game, the multiplayer game y'all recently saw, I was going crazy with mana. Can't do that in this one. I'm trying to think of what tomes were added in Giant Kings. I know there was the dungeon tome for, like, underground. I don't know what else was added. Sad mage noises? Yeah, we'll have to do that on another playthrough. Warding is solid. If I want to have 4...
For the great maw.
I want to have 4 nature affinity, because there is a lot of early game stuff that is that I really like to get that requires 4. And the 2 books that will put me at 4 is Tome of Beasts or Tome of Roots. Tome of Roots has some decent unit enchants and a heal. Let's see, I'll start with this, I think. And also, it does have a mana building. All right, we'll start with Tome of Roots and go from
What
there.
is your ruler's origin?
Okay, so then you pick what's your ruler. A champion, which is like a mortal that's just really good. A wizard king, which is like an immortal, almost deity that came down to their planet. Dragon Lord, which we played last time when we did the Dragon DLC, or a giant king. In the spirit of the giant thing. Plus, after having tried all 4 of these, I gotta tell you, I think Giant King's my favorite, then Champion, then Dragon Lord, then Wizard King. I think that's my order of favorite right now. All right, so then you pick what type of giant you are. Because we picked Seafarers, I'm gonna pick Storm Giant, which synergizes really well with that.
Reveal yourself.
All right, so here's us. Now, outside of the Fairlight stream, I have tried literally every single starting version of Giant. And after trying all of them for like 10 to 20 turns, my favorite is still Ritualist. There is a lot of cool stuff I can do with that one that I just can't do with the others. You guys remember when I fought Bomb just to a standstill for like 2 hours before losing, and then he just completely steamrolled Fairlight and my other 2 allies? And Fairlight's Giant was full melee and just kept getting rooted? Alright, so let's go up here. For those who don't know, you can design your giant how you want cosmetically, and then you pick their class. Defender, Mage, Ritualist, Warrior, Death Knight, or Spellblade. We're going to start with a Writ, which has this big obelisk, and then you pick this is kind of cosmetic. Do you want a Bone Obelisk or a normal obelisk? Let's see, I think a normal obelisk does half lightning, half physical damage, and a Bone Obelisk does pure physical, so we'll take the normal obelisk. Okay, so we're going to do that. And select
Your journey
name.
begins.
Let's see, Mukluk. Title. Let's see. Giant Daddy Mukluk. This is just to make it funny, so that when the other rulers address me, they have to call me Giant Daddy. All right. Ruler Ambition. Ruler Ambition is basically what gives you ruling experience. My favorite thing here is Instructor, and you level up simply by your troops leveling up. It's very easy to do, so I am going to keep Instructor, and we are going to go from there. Do you want a different color scheme?
Reveal yourself.
I'm not too partial here. There you go. I guess. Blue and black.
Journey begins.
Alright. Hey, Jersey. Alright, so it's loading our map. Can giants even wear the wizard hats? I don't think it allows them to, no. Good morning, Mug Chat. I feel like I'm betraying my fandom by coming more to your morning stream than the evening one. They're both there, so you can use whichever option you like, Laura. Alright, now like I said, the early game is going to be the roughest part, but we don't have to use auto battle this time. Okay. Mukluk Rainsinger. A new ruler emerges. Explore your surroundings and expand your domain. Prepare to face your rivals and become the master of this realm. Your choices will shape the new Age of Wonders. Alright, you start with Call Militia. This is a feudal thing. Summon 2 militia in the target-owned city. It's just 2 tier 1 units? You just get those like right away? 65 hit point polearm unit. Huh. Yeah, I could literally use that and have that ready on turn 2. And it costs gold, not mana. Interesting. I don't know that I've seen a spell like that. Okay. So then we've got our starting army here. There's Mukluk. We've also got 2 defenders. Defense mode Shield Wall, standard tanky ability. Liege Guard. When this unit gains legendary rank, it will promote into a Liege Guard. Oh, I remember those. Bomb just beat me with those. He had like 40 of them. That's how you get those. Okay. Melee start. All right. And we got an archer. All right. Corpse eating defense mode. Fast recuperation. Okay. It doesn't say anything about the archer evolving into a new unit. I don't know if that's later on. Okay, so we got 2 tanks, 1 ranged DPS, and a giant. And then over here, we have got a scout unit. Starts with far side as well. Okay, so we're going to look at our castle here. And let's see. Getting food in the early game is the most important thing. So we got that as gives food and draft. And this gives production and draft. Alright, we'll start with House Hunting Grounds. And our army right now basically has 2 melee, 2 range. So let's build another melee. And we're out of money. Alright, we got a little army right here. It's 1 tier 2 unit and 2 tier 1 units. I'm gonna hit Control S in case this ends up being terrible. Yeah, we should be able to do this. Alright, so first off... Alright, so that's some knowledge. Oh, we need to start research. Bright Blades. Blight Blades. It adds poison damage to your units. Okay. So... Alright, so I'm gonna hit auto, and if I get anything less than a favorable result, we hit manual. Okay, the flying things are from the Tome of Evolution. I've seen these before, I know how they work. The big guy that looks like Gragas, a brewer ogre. Frigid breath does frozen damage. Drink buffs himself. Okay. Alright. Alright, so that's the scout unit. Alright, we're gonna summon this thing. Giants can do this. It's a temporary unit. If it dies, it doesn't hurt us. Oh, controls do that. I was trying to move this unit. Alright, and end turn. Wait for them to get closer. Alright. So, Giant's turn. Obelisk smash. Okay, archers. Scout. The scout also has a bow. Not as good as the archers. Still pretty solid, though. Alright, giant flying sword. And then send in the little tank guys. Alright, now we just got the ogre. See what he does. Alright, the sword is going to despawn next turn. Oh, I thought I was controlling the sword. Dang it. Alright. So send it forward. Okay. Little mishap there. Oh, the giant has the corpse eating ability too. I didn't realize he would get it also. Okay, shield wall. Now, whenever a tanky unit spends its turn going into defensive stance, it will give everyone around him bonus defensive stats. There we go. Okay, so much better than the auto resolve. So you get 12 food and 12 mana because of the cannibalize. We ate them. I forgot about that. We're gonna eat them. 68 gold, robe of resistance. All right, so we don't have any equipment on our guy so for now we'll use the robe of resistance. Might replace that later on. Okay, now there are no more units to hunt nearby. Maybe I made the map too big. All right, so we need to find something to hit. All right, there's those little pings means that there's something there. So move that way. And... Alright, enter. And there we go. It's my turn again. Alright. Let's see. Nothing else really to do here. Let's do Call Militia. I wonder if militia, like just filling the army with militia would be better than making defenders. I don't know. Alright. Oh my gosh. Alright. So that army has 2 tier 2 units and 2 tier 1. This is 2 tier 2s and 1 tier 1, and this is 2 tier 2s and 1 tier 1. And we don't have to fight those. They're just options. We're just looking for more stuff to hit right now. Okay, that's 2 tier 1 units. And that's 5 tier 1 units. Okay, so this should be our next fight right here. Alright. Okay, so call militia. And you get these guys. And looks like they do not evolve into anything. But, okay. Bring them on over. I'm gonna hit retry because half the archers died. We can absolutely do better than that. Wait for them to get closer. Okay, and then we're gonna summon the sword thing right there. That's bait. And move him there and shield wall. Oh, wow. Look at the chance to hit. It's terrible. I guess because they're like wind elementals. Like they're dodging the arrows or something. Nom. They just ate the wind elemental, chat. Nom 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 nom. Okay, there we go, and pretty much no losses, and we've hit level 2. Padded armor. Okay, take reward. Alright. Now, our boy's level 2. Lot of nice early game options. This is the AoE healing line I used in that last battle in the multiplayer thing that worked really well for me. This is single target healing. There's lots of different choices here. This is a chain lightning. This is from being a storm giant. This is the summon sword thing. Over here is a couple of free units. This is Raise Undead. This, you start the battle with a zombie unit in your army, so it's more bodies. And this is, instead of a zombie unit, you get a bone wyvern. We're going to start with this just to have more units on the field. Alright, I don't think we want to try that one until the militia get here. Alright, so this guy... Just looking around. If you go all the way down, you get the army-wide heal. I used that in a 3v3 battle. Okay, so first up, we need to get some food. And also, kind of lucky, we start right next to a pasture, which is giving triple food from this tile, something I didn't get at all in the last game. So we're going to get that first. I'm also going to spend some early Imperium to get more population and advance this so that I can do that again. Let's see, there's a gold vein there. There's an iron deposit there. All right, so the iron deposit gives way more iron. And you can see the bonuses there. It's giving 3 food, 20 iron, 2 draft, 2 gold, 1 mana. That's because of all of the giant bonuses and stuff. So we're going to get Quarry. And we need to put the Stelly down. Now, we're started next to a river, but this tile here doesn't have water in this tile. This one does, and this one does. So we're getting all those seafaring bonuses from those two. All right. Nope. Try it again. Is Jan Bonnie, Muck of the Luxshire, aware that last epoch added WASD movement? I heard about that, yes, but I haven't played it. But that is awesome. That truly is awesome. Okay, summon in front. These units, I believe, have a ranged attack and a melee attack. Yeah, they can do that every turn. Poison Needle. Okay. Now, because there are many units in these piles, as I attack them and some of the individual units die, their power output decreases. Unlike that ogre we fought earlier, where, you know, he was alive and kicking until he was 100% dead. But also the fact that we have... this could be painful. The fact that all these units are ranged, they could all just turn and shoot the same thing, and then it's gonna hurt. So, the question right now is, do I want to use healing roots to heal something? We've only got 76 mana in our entire kingdom right now. I could try to heal something. Let's see how it goes without doing that. Alright, they're all shooting the big man right now. Not a huge surprise. However, they are bunching up real nicely. Which allows me to hit all 4 of them with that. Alright, that's 2 stacks down. Don't forget about the poison. Well, the poison lasts until the combat is over. So even if we're poisoned at the end of the fight, when the fight ends, like, that's it. We're fine after that. Alright, the summoned sword faded away. That. Giant eats that. Raise dead on those guys. They throw their own zombies at them. Okay. Injured, but no permanent losses. You gain some food, some mana. Wand of Inversion. Remove all negative status effects from the target ally. Grant them a positive effect for each negative one removed. Well, I'll equip it till I get something better. Alright. And... I'm not gonna need any Imperium in the super near future. So let's spend Imperium to force an expansion again. Let's see, I could do farm... Gold vein. There's another gold vein there. Honestly, for that early game, it's just food, because more food means getting the other stuff here faster. So I'm gonna get a farm. That actually opened up a little bit of vision over here. I could absolutely handle those fights. So let's start bringing this guy back toward home. And Scout, keep running around. It opened up a free city there. Okay. And turn. Alright, so we can cast the Stella now. And we're going to put that right on our main city. And it will start spreading rivers in all directions. So all of the stuff around me basically is going to become more profitable. Alright, then we're going to make another Scout. And let's take one militia out and pick up this defender that was here. Let me see. A militia... Let's see. This guy is 1 gold per turn. A scout is 6 gold. You know, honestly, a militia might be a cheaper scout than a scout. Alright, so I'll just put him on Auto Explorer to open up the mount. They both have 40 movement per turn. That's funny. You know what? I'm gonna do that, actually. Forget this guy. So they both have the same higher... No, actually, no. A scout is 50 gold for 1, and the other guy is 60 gold for 2. The scout ignores some terrains. Does he? I don't see anything... Where's that? Cavalry, land movement, road walk, scout unit. Scout units have farsight. Same vision. I guess it has one less vision. I want to try it though. I've never tried it. All right. Blight Blades research is done. I'll do both. I'll do both. Okay, new Empire skill available. Founding or absorbing cities takes 2 less turns and start with 1 less population. Or 1 more population. That'll be later. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think about scout enchant, so the scouts would pull ahead later, but still, it'd be useful for the early game. 2 effective scouts that take, 1 gold per turn. Done. Okay. So I want to go for this because this is a fight that we should absolutely be able to handle. All right, so we just got close enough to... Oh, here we go. The towering butcher ogres gibbers in terror at your army's approach. He hunkers down, hiding his features behind gigantic fingers. Seeing their leader submit, the rest of his tribe follows suit. The area is soon filled with the sounds of mournful howls and deep-throated cries for mercy. Do you allow the plaintive butcher ogre and his gigantic clan to retreat, or will you attack? Okay, so slay them all is an evil action, but you get XP. Letting them go is a good action, and you gain alignment, which might favor you in the future. However, this last option, draft, is blocked for 5 turns. That means for 5 turns, you're not training units at home, but you receive 271 production. That's how fast you build things. Right now, we are building 36 production per turn. So this would be like getting 8 turns of building in the city out, like, instantly. So I'm going to take that option. We get a Ring of True Sight. We can see invisible units. When we kill enemies, the morale hurts them harder. We'll equip that for now. Do you play multi or just with AI? We actually just finished a multiplayer game. It was the first multiplayer game I had ever done with 7 other streamers. Give me just a moment here. If you are interested, that is a link to that playlist. Okay. Alright, so we need to pick some stuff to build, because, like, look, it's going to be instant right now. So, let's see. Workshop. Stonemason. Vendor. Alright, so that was expensive, but we just got multiple structures all done at once. Okay, and we should be able to handle that. Alright, we're just going to put that scout on auto explore. Alright, so done with that, done with that, done with that. And good to go. Meeting neutral Sealville. Salutations, giant daddy of the Honorable Tuskmen. We Honorable Tuskmen humbly ask you to respect Sealville's territory and independence. Do you wish to give her one of your Whispering Stones to start negotiations and gradually improve their allegiance with you? Yes, I do. Give stone. Alright. So we're still in the same turn. That just interrupted the end turn. Bomb just won. Who's Bomb just? Bomb just was on Team Evil. So to put it into perspective, like my team beat all 3 members of his my team of 4 beat the other 3 members of Team Evil, and then Bomb just alone beat all 4 of us. He was just so freaking far ahead. So he won the game for Team Evil. Okay, during diplomatic negotiations, Duchess Cyril Horsetamer of Sealville invites you to a game of high-stakes Wizards and Kings. Very soon it becomes clear the Duchess is not up to the intricacies of a game meant to be played by a Godier. What should have been a pleasant way to exchange favors slowly turns into a diplomatic disaster as Cyril grows more and more frustrated with every move you make. You could easily beat her, but perhaps there are more important things at stake than winning this small victory. Beat her, she hates you a little bit, you get gold. Let her win, you lose gold, and she likes you more. Or humiliate her, she hates you a little bit, you gain evil alignment, you get gold and a tiny bit of Imperium. That's a pittance of Imperium, honestly. I'm gonna say, like, the Whispering Stone will repair relations over time. So I'm gonna say, give me that money. I'm gonna beat her for the money. Ada just announced a cookbook with an in-game butter knife spear. What? Send me a link. Tempted to spend Imperium. I probably should save some Imperium at this point. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I'll retry. Because if I let... although the auto didn't kill any units, it would be a few turns before they're in fighting shape again. And we don't want to have them start the next battle that low health. Alright, and... I'm gonna wait for them to get closer. Closer. Alright. Okay. 1 unit down, 2 to go. Let them get closer. DM'd you on Discord? Let's see. Guild Wars 2 cookbook release bonus. Hang on a sec. What is this? Butter knife spear skin. Kind of. All right, so you buy this cookbook and you get a spear, an in-game spear. Okay. Not for me, but I'm sure there is a target audience. All right, let's see. Let's do that. That guy is almost dead. Alright, the magic sword wore off. We're gonna use Raise Undead on the dead ogre and throw it at the little lizards. Okay, much better. Come on, Mike, you could do a cooking stream from the kitchen featuring the book. Oh, God. Alright, so now we're gonna get Zombie Keeper. So at the start of every battle, we have a zombie unit on the field. Alright, we're out of movement. Call Militia. We got 2 Militia here. I'm gonna separate them and put them both on Auto Explore. And let's start channeling Blight Blades, which will increase the melee damage of all my units by adding some poison type damage to their attacks. And that's going, that's going. Alright, in turn. Our scouts and units have picked up some stuff off the ground. If we watch here, you'll see more rivers appear because of the stele. It's like changing the land. I like watching it, it's really cool. Okay. Before you can approach the army, an army from Sealville that occupies a gold vein, Duchess Syrah contacts you. What do you want with my butcher ogres? Syrah warily sizes up your army to assess the situation. They guard this gold vein, per my orders. The troops of the duchy nervously observe your exchange and appear ready to attack if necessary. State your reason for coming to my gold vein. So I can say, I can basically flex my relationship with her, and I lose Imperium, and it gets rid of the troops. If I attack the ogres, then she declares war on me. Alright, I'm just gonna leave. I don't want to spend that much Imperium for a couple of ogres. I just thought I could kill them for XP. Alright, so she's claiming them. What do we got here? We don't have a lot of ways to use mana at the moment, so we don't need the shrine immediately. If I build a forester, that will build faster. Alright, start on... It's only 15 Imperium to get the next pop. So... let's get that. And then we can do the library in only 2 turns. Whoa. Meeting Perpetual Sialford. A floating formation of stone faces addresses you. Sialford welcomes you, brother. I am Gomarly. We share ancient kinship, although our paths diverged eons ago. You've heard of elder giants who turned themselves to crystals to preserve not just themselves, but also their lore. We scholars of the cosmos keenly note your mobility, giant. Not out of envy, but out of utility. Like our Sialder sentinels, our wisdom can guide you to erudition. The stone-faced entity's voice is monotonous, yet not without a hopeful tone. We, the Eternal Sages, will reward your aid, Gomarly concludes. You are eternally invited to our crystal dwelling to exchange knowledge and secrets. Okay, so first option is inspect the crystal settlement of Sialford, which just lets me see their town. Offer to aid the Eternal Sages with a quest for knowledge. Okay, offer to aid. Welcome, Giant Daddy Mukluk Rainsinger. We predicted your interest in helping us. Curiosity and ambition define most Gaudir, which makes you valuable allies in our pursuit of knowledge. We chronicle and collect all there is to know of the cosmos. As we cannot leave Sialford, you possess the power to retrieve what we cannot procure ourselves. The Eternal Sages concludes. Will you lend us your aid in the quest for wisdom? Let's see. Reveals the close... Okay, hold on. Pay mana to reveal a location of special interest. Reveals the closest uncompleted fated region. Completing those regions yields high rewards, including a unique artifact. Share your insight as a giant king. Lose knowledge per turn for 6 turns, and they gain allegiance with you for 6 turns. Ask for a challenging quest. Ask for a quest. Well, we're low level. Let's ask for a quest and see what happens. We have long philosophized the powers of a hypothetical weapon, a breeze beacon. If you will, they explain in a hollow voice. Should this breeze beacon come into existence, we wish to keep and study it. We believe you possess an item forge. We can provide you with the forging instructions if you agree. Will you forge the breeze beacon for the crystal dwelling so that they may study it? You will receive a bespoke blueprint. So it requires a Rune of Creation Storm? Oh, this is their town. Good God. I should not have done a very large map. I think I might have to have this, which is going to require some skill points. Okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that in time. Alright. I do have the item forge, yes. Hey, Mike and Chad. Hi, Goddess. Okay, intern. Okay, small monster might be able to handle the small monster den. Alright, cast Blight Blades. Enchanting all my units with some burning weapons. We are losing mana right now. So we're gonna want the shrine after this to get some mana income. That was a fast turn. One of our scouts found some gold. Five tier 1 piggies. Yeah, we should be able to handle that. Wayfinder enchantment research is done. What is this? Call to Glory. This is a faction thing. For 3 turns, all friendly units gain +5 morale at the start of your turn. Crow Companion, buff for scouts. Let's get that. Alright, library's done, so we're getting more research. Now we're getting a shrine. Call Militia is ready. I think going forward, I'm not going to do any more militias for purposes of scouting. Like, we have got a lot of scouting units right now that are going to be opening up the map, which is awesome. Let's see, small monster den. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, the draft is still... If I didn't have the summon militia, I don't know if I would have taken that option that gave me a bunch of buildings but cost me many turns of draft early on in the game. But since I was getting militia anyway, it wasn't a huge deal. That's a pretty good auto. I'll just take it. Thunderbird mount. Very fast movement, cavalry, flying, +4 lightning resist. Take rewards. Okay. Alright, we got another scout here. Shrine is done, and also we can expand. Let's see, there's a gold vein there, mana there, rainbow clover there. Oh, this is actually really nice. There's this gemstone thing is like a special thing, and there's 2 in range of our city. I want that mana though. I'm gonna do that and try to get that mana before they do. Alright, Surf Quarters gives 20 food, which means faster expansion. Town Happiness is pretty low right now. Can we make our giant ride a bird? No, the giants can't use mounts. Could start making a second army, like a second... I guess I can start on that, just to keep the draft busy. Oh, here we go. It's time to get a hero. Mage, Warrior, Death Knight, Spellbook, Ritualist. I'm certainly partial to the Ritualist. Because a Ritualist basically means having like a really strong healer or summoner or both in every army. Spellblade is kind of weird. It's like half mage, half melee. Death Knight is kind of like half melee, half necromancer. Warrior is just a warrior. And mage is pure mage. The other feudal seems better so far with the free army. We have only 1 city. for the early game, the other one would probably be better. For right now, for like the late game, I'm not sure. So the wolf in the background means that they're mounted. Which, pros and cons. If they're mounted, they're considered cavalry. They'll take more damage from polearms, but they can get around better on some terrain. Did you go very large map with Mega City? I did a very large map, but I didn't choose Mega City. This is a big map, though. Let's look at the governor types. This one gives bonuses to gold in his city. This one, special province improvements. This one, farm grants more food. Production. Conduits give more mana. Let's get the agricultural governor, which ends up being this demon lady with a lance and a armored dog. So more food for her city, her future city. And she is a Death Knight. Alright, so for now, she is going to come up and join us so that she's getting XP. Perfect. Alright, farms grant +5 food. Always want that when I'm able to get it. Farms by default grant 5, that brings it up to 10. Plus all of the other stuff. So you see, look right here, this farm is now giving 15 food and all this other stuff as well. And I am going to burn some Imperium here. Oh, I can't reach that. Shoot. We need to get this to extend our province range. Okay. Spend 280 gold to finish the production of a castle immediately, which lets us expand farther. Now we can reach farther nodes, as you can see. Alright, so conduit or research post for the first one. I think for now we do a research post. Alright, so I wanted that, because all this stuff over here, no one's contesting me for this. That I wanted before they got it. Okay, so that's done. And I think we're good to go. Alright. Nice. Well, one of our scouts found a treasure chest with 69 gold in the water. Nice. Hold on, chat. I'm getting another cough drop. Rename the hero? Oh, yeah. I could name the hero after someone in chat. Wait. Oh, why is there a scout with her? What the heck? I don't know. Who does this look like in chat? Heather the Berserker. You're not even a Berserker.
I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch how I soar.
Me? Lady Mechalus. Give her a wizard out. Whoa, look at her head. That was weird. I'm gonna give you a dark hood. Alright. Oh, we have some extra armor. We can give you that. Okay, so most two-handed weapons cannot be used while riding cavalry. The lance is an exception. When you hit someone, the damage increases based on how much movement you did. So if you run around and then slam into someone, it's like you pick up speed. It also, they don't get to retaliate. You just run them over. It's very nice. A scouting militia is close by, so it's getting pulled into this fight. And it died. So we're gonna hit retry manual because we don't want to give up the free unit. She can ride the Stormbird. Right you are. Okay, here's our free zombies. We're gonna move them up there. And summon the free sword, the animated sword. Hold! Hold! There we go. Zombie soaking hits. Okay. And zombie slaps. Flying sword. Archers. Michaelis! Charge! Dead ogre. Animate dead on the ogre. Ogre zombies. Slap the lizards. Defenders. Second defenders. Just put shield wall on the front ones. I didn't even realize those guys are back there. Alright, end turn. Michaela's getting bit in the booty! That's not good. Alright. So, those guys are gonna kill that so that Michaelis can eat the lizard. Nom 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 nom. Pikemen do bonus damage to big targets. That snake is definitely a big target. Okay. Alright. Wizard's Great Axe. It's tier 1. I think we're going to disenchant that. That's no better than the lamp she already has. Thunderbird mount. Yeah, I forgot we had that. Okay. Need more XP. Let's see. Conscript them for production. Okay, so again, I can fast forward a whole bunch of production in exchange for 3 turns of being unable to make units. And again, I think I take this trade. Giant's Bane, tier 2 Lance. So this one does 21 damage. Giant's Bane does 24, and it does plus 40% damage to large targets. Okay. We leveled up. Alright, so we're going to upgrade our free zombies into a free undead wyvern. So in every fight we'll have that. Who are you? NBC Army of Sealford. Are you an enemy? No, I don't think they're an enemy. Alright, we're going to come back this way to deal with these dudes. It says this one's a safe battle. A scout died. Retry. Alright, so Michaelis is low health, so come back here. Bone Wyvern in front. Shield bro, shield bro, shield bro. Archer. Lance. Alright, let them get closer. Summon sword. Closer. Archers over there on the left. Obelisk smash. Oh, the wyvern thing can do a poison spit. If Michaelis charges into... Okay, you know what? We're going to have Michaelis charge into that. That kills one of them. And use healing roots on Michaelis to give health and regen. Oh my god, I did not even realize you were here. That was the scout that got pulled into the battle. Alright, so one of the ogres froze that guy. Alright, floaty sword. Finish that off. Alright, wyvern. Fly behind this guy. Hit him. Obelisk smash. Let's get that close and shoot. Wait, Sundered Defense. Do you do Sundered Defense? That is really good. Okay, it's a 30% chance. Alright, it's not guaranteed. So the archers have a 30% chance of reducing the armor of the target they shoot. I think the barbarians, their ranged unit has a really high chance to sunder on hit. Actually, wait a minute. Nom 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 nom. Eat the corpse. Boom! Michaela's had a lot of distance covered there, so she got like a 150% bonus damage. Alright, so dead ogre. Level 2 mech. Alright. Mechalus is a mortal champion. So they have some of my favorite skills here, which is units in army regen every turn and gain XP every turn, so they level up even when not in combat. But there's no other units in the army at the moment. We could get the free undead units again. Curse is really good as well. Curse is a free spell, and it rips apart a target's resistances. So it's like you charge in, curse, then hit them with the lance, and it will do way more damage. But I think we go for the free units first. Okay, so we got all that bonus production at home this turn. So, see it says Tavern will build in 0 turns, for example. Let's see. So the city's unhappy, so let's do the Tavern first. Wine, wine, wine. Arcane Institute for Knowledge. Alright, so that's cooking. And Wayfinder Enchant, let's start casting that to buff the scouts. And we could also be looking for another location for a town. Like, there's a few resources there. It's certainly not bad. Found 70 gold over there. Nice. Okay, we autoed that with pretty good results, so I just let that do its thing. Woo! There's no battles that are gonna be like immediately after this, so I'm just going to accept that, even though Michaelis is like 1 hit point. Shielding Mask, plus resistance and defense. Alright, Michaelis is charging into battle. My giant is not, so I'm gonna put it on the melee hero. Alright. I have never seen these. Litharine Needler. So these are the units from that weird giant talking statue thing. Okay, this unit is ready to go. I have it join that. Wayfinder Enchant is done. So this is going to buff all our scouts and make them a little faster. Alright, so this is tricky. This right here is like a free skill. It doesn't require a skill point that you choose at level 4. But on a giant, when you pick something here, it also increases the upkeep. Like the giants eat mana. I can't afford this right now. So I'm going to purposefully not pick that at the moment. And I'll come back to that in a little bit. Also, the giant has gained renown for so many units in its forces leveling up. And let's... Oh, what do we have here? Alright, so we got some new options. Bannerman. Let's see. Soothing Standard. Plus morale and hit points to a unit nearby. Okay, so it's a healer unit. And can also do the shield wall type skill where it buffs the defense of things around it. Aspirant Knight. If this unit reaches legendary rank, it promotes into a knight. Okay. Isolation Slayer. This unit does -6 physical damage if another enemy is adjacent to the target. Okay. Charge strike. Okay, so it charges kind of like the Michaelis unit. But it does more damage if the enemy it hits is alone. Alright, I'll start cooking up a Bannerman. Howdy, everyone. Hi, Tango. Your troops discover a band of warriors from Sialford staring at pastures in silence. A Lithering Needler notices you. While its troops continue to observe the pastures like statues, the Lithering Needler turns to face you. It relays a memorized speech. This territory is surveyed by the Eternal Sages. Our mission is to record uncollected lore. Kindly leave us to our business. The Needler observes you, but its gaze is vacant, as if listening to something or someone far away. The Lithering Needler and the Sialder Sentinels party are explorers sent out by the Crystal Dwelling. How will you proceed? Alright, I can give up some knowledge, and it will get rid of them from this spot without a fight. Or I can say, oh hey, look at this shiny ring, take this to your leader, and it'll get rid of them. Not doing that, I like that ring. Give them mana to make them leave. That'd be half my mana. Attack them would declare war on Sialford. I don't want to do that, that'd mess up the campaign probably. 6 turns, 10 less knowledge. So that'd be 2/3 of 1 turn of knowledge. I'll do that. Robe of Hexing. Ignore 4 status, resist plus 10% magic damage. Disenchant. We don't have anyone focused on doing magic damage. Alright, let's build our first outpost here. It's near 2 mana nodes, which could be really good. And... so there. Alright, and this unit is coming over to join that army. Enchanted Crow Companion research is done. Hold the line. Friendly units in a 1 hex radius for 1 turn will gain defensive masters and charge resistance. Vine Prison. Summoned Entwined Thralls. A poisonous plant-like creature. I remember in the first version of this game, these vines did not have a time to life, and I could fill the map with them. Now they live for 2 turns. They were nerfed considerably. It used to be they were just permanent, so you could just summon 4 more, 4 more, 4 more, and you could just, like, bog down the enemy with these things. Now, not so much. They were so broken. You remember. Alright, let's just get this. I don't know if I'm gonna use it or not. Okay, alright. We got a lot of options here. Got a lot of options. So, something to note is, if you look at this bathhouse, it says boosted, which means it builds faster. And it says to boost it, you have 2 farms and a quarry. What do we need to boost the other stuff that is not currently boosted? 2 quarries, 3 foresters, 2 quarries. Alright, so quarries is a common ask. There's also, is it this thing? Rainbow Clover. Seems pretty good. That is really nice. It's tempting just to get another farm, though. More food means faster expansion. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get another farm, because then all the remaining tiles, we get that faster. Set production, let's see. More gold. Citadel. Stability is currently low in the city. People aren't too happy. We'll get the bathhouse, which increases stability. They're like, but sir, we're so dirty. Let's see. Little tip, some cultures bring more cavalry units than others with that perk. Wait, what? I've never really focused on the upgraded mounts perk for my Civ. Do you have any tips on if they have good synergies or anything? Thinking I want to try cavalry army for once, maybe unicorns or nightmares. I know the spiders are good for the webs they can throw. Yes. Also, for example, the flying units where you put all the cavalry in your city on flying like giant eagles. That's really good with scouts. Your scouts will just blast across the whole map with that. Like, I really am fond of that one as well. That's pretty good. I'll just take the auto. Plague Serpent unit. 9 gold, 2 mana. I guess you can stay. Alright. Okay, this quest. Forge a breeze beacon. I'm pretty sure to make a breeze beacon, I need Rune of Creation Storm? Or Rune of Power Storm? Hold on a sec. Where's the recipe? I think I need a giant thing for that. Oh god, where? Let's see, blue breeze beacon. Requires a Rune of Creation Storm. Which is 1, 2, 3 level ups. I normally never go into this over here. Alright. Okay, cool. 2 little battles, no major damage taken. Let's see. Everything okay over here? Yeah, we're fine. Are you planning to play Endless Legend 2 when it premieres? I'm not familiar with that. I would need to see like a trailer or something. The Pyreborn Hunt. Duchess Sira solemnly greets you. Majestic Mukluk Rainsinger, Sealville cordially invites you to join the ceremonial hunt of the Pyreborn Gortusk Matriarch. Once every decade, our finest hunters ride out in search of the Pyreborn Gortusk Matriarch. We cull every creature we find and collect the meat for the glory of Sealville until we finally catch the flame-infused Gortusk Matriarch. You would grant us a tremendous honor by joining us. Will you send a hunting party to Sealville and join their hunt for the elusive Pyreborn Gortusk Matriarch? Can send my hunters, which blocks my ability to make units for 4 turns. I'm honored to join you. Insult her. Say, this is brutal, not ceremonial. 50% chance that works, 50% chance you insult her. I'll say I'll join you. I'll hunt it. Okay, so it's right there. Not a big deal. Alright, so the outpost we started founding here is now complete. I want to turn it into a city. Okay, I was going to get this, which makes cities form faster. But... oh god, we're 5 Imperium short. You know what? That's fine. That's still faster. If I... do I need any of this anytime soon? No, I don't. Alright, so if I take this, then next turn I can make the city, and it'll still be done a turn faster than normal. Okay. So, we gotta hunt the piggy. Gotta hunt the piggy. So, head down here. Okay, and this unit, the healer unit we made, finished. And we're going to put that in the Death Knight army, because she's not a healer. And the Bannerman's done. And this can annex another province. We want to reach the water. I believe that when you reach the water, it unlocks some buildings that are really good for civilizations like ours. And we needed more quarries for some of the boosts, so we'll make a quarry out there. So now if I hit builds, there it is, shipyard. And shipyard is a requirement for fishmonger, which is a requirement for the Grand Wharf, which is a requirement for the Seafarers Guild, which gives 3 production, food, gold, and draft for every water province. And so yeah, that's nice. All right, let's get another defender for the second army. New empire development skill available. Don't need any of that. Signature skill, that's the giant thing. I want more mana income before I mess with that. Okay. Scout found production, scout found mana. You know, one thing I don't know. When a scout finds a treasure chest in the world, and they pick it up and it gives you like 50 production, I don't know what city that applies to. Is it just divided among all your cities? Like, when you only have one city, it all goes to that one city. But when you have multiple cities, I don't know what happens when you pick up a pile of it. Meeting deluded pontificantum. How can you be so evil? How can you sleep whilst those before you cower in fear? Oh god, it's a Redditor. I may not have a chance of defeating you, but I have a responsibility to all people in this realm to stand up to you. May the combined forces of good bring your evil reign to an end. Inspect the self-righteous city. Okay, so they're underground. Oh god, they're actually really close. They're like right there underground. Alright, so they hate me. Okay. Alright. You discovered Meridian Maze. Oh my god. Provides adjacent... Provinces adjacent to this landmark will gain quarry, give more productions, mines give more gold. A city that has 3 provinces adjacent to this will gain binding essence and fragments, additional income. Oh wow. You crafting materials. You get crafting materials every turn. Right now, the only crafting materials I get are when I break apart stuff myself. That's cool. Speaking of... Okay, I can't do that. I remove that one. So I can make a new weapon that has a 90% chance to inflict bleeding on it. So we'll do that. And equip that. So have a dot on our main attack now. Alright, enter. Let's see, unit found some gold. Nice. Okay. Alright, and we're gonna come over here to hunt the quest mob. Pretty good auto, I'll take it. And we also ate the pig, because cannibals! After slaying the Pyreborn Gortusk, you hear the distant horns of Sealville. The hunt is over. It's not long before Duchess Sira approaches you. She bows deeply. The Pyreborn Gortusk is slain. May the great hunter Mukluk Rainsinger usher in glory to our great Sealville. The minstrels in Sira Horse Tamer's entourage sing a short ballad of triumph. The hunters gather every animal killed in the hunt, forming a respectable mountain of game. You outmatch us, Sira declares. As the slayer of our venerable quarry, you are the first to claim your prize. Relations improved. Okay. Claim all the meat. So your population will grow. You can keep the meat, but I want the pelts. You get gold. I got plenty of gold at the moment. Allow me to enlist one of your night hunters. So I get a tier 2 charge unit, and it has the formidable hunter trait. Physical ranged attacks do +4 damage. That unit doesn't have a ranged attack. Okay, that's stupid. Mounting the head of the Gortusk Matriarch shall symbolize my empire's supremacy. I'm going to take the meat so that the city grows a bit. And this is going to turn into our second city. And we've got a pack of stuff here to kill. Hold the line research is done. Okay. Second tome. I don't know what tomes were added in Giant Kings other than the Dungeon Depths one. I think Dungeon Depths was added in Giant Kings, which is all about making an underground dungeon. And we're not underground right now, so I don't know what else they added. Dungeons and Geomancy. Oh, thank you. Geomancy. Become attuned to the light energies beneath you and use them to change the damage and resistances of your armies based on where they stand. Cities gain different resources based on the terrain features of the city's core. Plus 40 food, 30 production, 20 gold, or 20 mana. Okay. Geomantic crystallization. Turn the target race into resonating crystals self-infused with environmental magics, gaining the elemental type. Resistance to a specific damage based on the terrain the unit's on. Plus 2 damage on attacks based on terrain the unit is on. Effects increase for single shot attacks. That's pretty cool. It is a major race transformation, and you can only do one of these. My favorite one is the... I think it's from Dragons, which makes them regen each turn in combat. What else does Geomancy do? Geomancer, Battle Mage unit can shift damage according to the terrain. Terra Bolts, deal damage to target enemy, bleeds them. Geo Surge, immobilize, bleeding. Okay. And it's considered like a unit from my faction, so it has corpse eating, so that means it would get enchants and stuff. Resonant Blades, base melee attacks of the enchanted unit gain a negative status effect based on the terrain. Okay. Summon a tier 3 elemental based on the terrain type. Interesting. I really like the Hall of Geomantic Resonance. The Geomancer's kind of cool. The other 3 things are... I don't know if that's for me. Pretty cool tone, though. I like the idea of, like, adapting to, what was that one? There was a villain in Marvel, and it was this guy that he would pick up something, and it would, like then his body would change to be that material. Like, if he picked up, like, a metal ball, his arm would turn metal, and it would go up him. Absorbing Man? Yeah, it makes me think of him. I remember there was one comic where he touched Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, and then he turned into that material, and he was like, I'm invincible, and then Thor was just like, no, Mjolnir listens to me, and the guy went flying into his hand. Let's see. All right, so we need to kind of pick a endgame tome to kind of shoot for. Like I said, I am fond of Tome of Dragons. That requires you to have 3 nature or chaos. I already have that, and 3 tomes unlocked. So I could pick 3 any other tomes and come back to this. I could do that. Actually, hold on. Is it worth it? Hold on. Let me see if it's worth it. Like, if I'm doing race, let's see. Dragon Attack is a pretty cool siege project. Flamer Focus, Purifying Flame. Like, Transformation. What is Wyvern Eerie? Like, I'm wondering if I should go Tome of Dragons if I'm not even making dragons. Maybe I should just try the new thing.
I think I have a muck problem.
You do not. You're fine. So this one I do not have the affinities for. I would need 2 blue and or Imperium or Materium. All right, you know what? There's an early game blue tome I'm quite fond of. Tome of Warding. Permanent enchants on your units, increasing their resistances and some other stuff. We'll go for this. Maybe we'll go for Geomancy after all. We'll try it because it's new.
Those who master the arcane are as a soothing breeze upon their allies.
All right.
Cushioning them in a
Magical wards.
blanket of
Permanent
air,
+2 to 3 different
buffeting
resistances
away
for your
blows.
race. Enchanted Crow to buff our scouts. And so let's see, that is busy. You know what? Hold on a sec. We're going to spend a whopping 28 gold to finish the production of that, so we get those bonuses immediately. And we get to start the next thing. Herbalist gives +5 mana and then +2 mana for every nearby forest or swamp. That's a lot. 15 mana and 13 food from that tile. We're gonna build it there. Okay, that's done. Signature skills available. Nope, that's the one that we're waiting on until we get more mana income. Found some knowledge underground. So feudal specifically listings have powerful cavalry, but there are any other civs that gain the bonus. When you... Sorry. Last cough drop. When you put units on cavalry, any unit where in their picture it shows them on a mount, they become cavalry. Now, there are some units that just cannot become cavalry. Like, I think a unit with like a bow like this cannot be on a mount, but if it has a crossbow, then it can. For example. Pay them to leave. Oh, wait. Oh, this, okay. Stop right there. The appearance of the defender clearly indicates he's the leader of this army. We're here on behalf of Sealville to protect the local pastures and its resources, even from a giant daddy. The suspicion is clear in his eyes as he sizes up your forces. What brings you here? The defender leading this army seems suspicious of your motives, but perhaps he could be persuaded. I could pay him 105 gold and muck off. Do it. And then I get the food, and I'll disenchant that item. I don't need it. I got 10 more turns to make that one thing in the forge, which I still need another point for that. Second city founded. Got some really nice stuff around it, but the very first thing we need, hands down, is farm. Alright, cast the crows. Hope you're well, Muck. I'm good, Bjorn. Hope you're good too. We're gonna make a storm stele here at the other city to get rivers there. And this one's ready to expand. So, we're gonna need a ranged DPS in that army now. So, make an archer. No governor set. Okay, so Michaelis, you're a governor now. House Rivial founded. The newly founded House Rivial of Chivalton is led by Liege Lord Michaelis the Berserker. Units recruited in Chivalton or summoned into this house's armies will become part of House Rivial. Units of this house are empowered when led by Liege Lord Michaelis or when joining them in combat. As Michaelis grows, units of the house will gain experience, and the benefits of joining the Liege Lord battle will increase. Oh, crap. We gotta make units over here. Alright, make the archer there. Whoops. Okay, I guess just you make, just make another scout. Alright. Make a workshop. Alright, so see, that's a different type of play style I've never really dealt with before, is making units at specific cities for specific armies. So yeah, you see like they've got like a little banner to show like who their liege lord is. Okay. Another ruler comes to threaten my empire. Stay out of my way and I'll stay out of yours. Threaten him, send a welcome gift, or just say nothing. Say nothing. You've discovered the ghost fields. Oh, it's a giant dead skeleton thing. Building near this gives souls. Okay, so necromancy factions would like that. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, oh, we're still in the same turn. The scouts just found that before the turn ended. Whirlwind Blade. Can't use that on a mount. I don't know if I want that. Uh-oh. My militia scout just ran into some dudes. Oh, he got away? Wow. I just hit auto and he managed to run, so he's gonna respawn at my capital in a few turns. That's funny. This looks like an involved game. It's got a pretty decent tutorial though. But it's enjoyable. I like it. I cannot get her in range of this fight to get XP this turn. So we're just gonna move him here, and then we'll have her get closer so she gets XP on the next turn. Bring him over. New scout, auto. Shivelton can expand. It's again, these are so tempting, but we need to get those farms online as fast as possible. Storm Stelly to start adding riverways to this area, which is part of the reason we chose Giant. And negotiation successful with Sealville. They're continuing to get better. Set production here. Academy. More knowledge. Get those books done faster. That was something I did a very poor job of managing in the multiplayer game I did recently, so I've been trying to improve on that. Alright. So, if we get here, we're close enough for both battles. Okay. Nice. Pegasus mount. Okay. Let's see. Mech. Alright, so let's get Experience Leader. All units in Mech's army gain 2 XP every turn, whether they fought or not. We already have that watchtower. Whoever is the last person to hit a watchtower keeps vision of that area. That's currently ours. So I don't need to run over to that right now. Shivelton finishes a building. Let's get Stonemason for more production. Signature skill. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do it now. So this is going to increase mana drain. I'm fond of Vitality Rune. I like the nature theme stuff. Okay. So we're going to go for Rune of Creation Storm to get that quest done. So I need to pick one of these. Plus 10% damage on attacks and gain access to Rune of Power Storm in the item forge, which has lightning damage to a thing. Rune of Protection Storm, you gain 1 defense, 1 resistance, and you can add immunity to Electrified to an item in the forge. Let's get the offensive version. Alright, next time I level up, which I'm getting there, I will be able to hopefully finish that quest. We need to get more XP. Is that archer still cooking? It is. Draft here is currently being turned into... How many scouts do I have on the map right now? A few. I could also do more militia scouts. I really like that militia spell, which costs gold instead of mana, just to use them for scouting reasons. Like, look how much of the map is already opened up, chat. That's from our scouts. Book smart and battle wise. A general discusses the war with Pontificantum with you. We're at war? Oh. When he remarks, curse those page-gazing scribes. Meanwhile, my boys are dying out there. The general keenly elaborates. It's unfair, my giant daddy. My soldiers sacrifice their lives for you. What do your mages and scholars in Castellan do all day? Sit in ivory towers and dusty libraries? I say we put those bookworms to better use. Knowledge is only half the battle after all. The other half demands plenty of troops in the field. Moving Castellan scholars from their comfortable alcoves to the battlefield should improve your army's strength. What will you do? Train them as bannermen. You gain a bannerman, lose knowledge. We're at war, a true leader of the people. No, it's just like, the people we're fighting are so pathetic. Bad idea. The scholars will instead educate Castellan's recruits. Lose mana, lose knowledge, receive a bunch of draft. This is a bad decision, yeah. Let's have him get the solo XP. So that he levels up. That's what I was hoping for. Alright. Get the Rune of Creation Storm. Okay, and I need to make a breeze beacon. I should be able to make it now. Alright, it'll be done in one turn. Alright, I think Michaelis might be strong enough to run around on their own now and get some stuff done. That's my hope. Alright. Quarry. There's pastures there, but they're not cleared out, so I can't use them. Quarry. Okay. You can see your diplomatic relationships on the top right of the screen for the tiny pictures. No, the people I'm at... That's not the people I'm at war with. He doesn't like me, but that's not the people I'm at war with. These guys are who I'm at war with. Is the people underground. These dudes. Found gold in production there. Meeting Posh Silrina. Magistrate Nisquier Aurore of the Free City of Silrina greets you with an ostentatious smirk. Well met, Mukluk. Though you are a bit rougher around the edges than our society, we believe that we here in Silrina have much in common with you. Should you choose to pursue negotiations, time will tell. Give her one of your Whispering Stones to start negotiations and gradually improve your alliance. I don't have any more Whispering Stones. Forging the Breeze. The Eternal Sages have sensed your success and approach you again. This is the thing that we just crafted. You've done well, Giant Daddy. Their emissary speaks to you monotonously. We are curious about the Breeze Beacon and its potential. The Eternal Sages are eager to study the effects of the Breeze Beacon. Will you hand it over? Sure. You will reach Stone Pact. Change of heart. You are approached by Michaelis. Her expression betrays dejection and vexation. After a deep sigh, she declares, "My whole life I've thought of myself as a conqueror, but as of late doubts are creeping into my mind. Is this my destined path towards renown, or will plotting another course lead me to success and satisfaction I currently lack, yet desperately crave?" Okay, what is this? So Conqueror has to win siege battles to level up, and you've had none of those. Imperialist? Beat up free cities? Prospector? Clear resource nodes. Okay, this would be easier to do. Let's have make you a prospector. Your troops engage the Spirit Hawks, but instead of responding, they simply wait looking confused. Expressions of despair and turmoil wash over the features of the shimmering beings. Rather than displaying hostility, they seem helpless and bewildered by some unseen plight. Will you allow them to leave this world, or will you attack? Attack, grant them mercy, or spend mana to transport them to the Astral Sea for secrets. So spend mana, gain knowledge. It's one turn of knowledge for like almost half my mana. Now attack. Daddy's hungry. Alright. Where is a passage to the underground? There. There, and there. I feel like we need to go deal with our neighbor. Magical wards research is done. Poison arrows. Alright, so Michaelis has a unit in their army that is from their city, so that should be good. And we need to slowly replace the stuff in this army with stuff from their own city. Library needs a forester to be boosted. We gave up the breeze beacon. Rivalry was declared on you. Okay. Negotiation with Salford is now a stone pact. The Crystal Dwelling opens its borders. Unlocks purchases of the following trade items via cooperation. Wow. +1 to all affinities. Lutherine Needler. Gold Seeker's Pickaxe. Litherite Orb. Shatterblades. Titan's Greatbow. Next up is Crystal Pact. Okay. That's pretty neat. So they're up there. Alright. Check the cities here. Oh, this is the scout that got away. We met some mole people. Don't have any whispering orbs right now. Can I get it? Oh, wait, you know what? I can get another whispering orb. I will do that. Okay, let's see. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna spend 256 gold to make the people that are at war with me, that live underneath me, be at peace. Then I'm gonna give them Whispering Stone to start brainwashing them, and then I don't have to worry about that anymore. All right, war ended! Yay! Easy. I just ooze diplomacy. Wait, what's happening? Why? What? Why is this guy being stupid? This scout was like bugging out, so it wouldn't like end the turn. Okay, so I can't move onto that tile for whatever that is. Alright. There is an argument to be made to respec to move those points over there into something else. But maybe we use them to forge something first. Spirit damage. I don't have enough materials. Can't do that yet. All right. Let's see. Let's head over there. All right, and she... What does she got? All right, she's got that. Let's have you head over here. That's just a scout. You're done with your turn. You've produced an academy, so now we're getting knowledge faster, so research is happening more quickly. Get the shipyard. Start cooking up more armies. Shrine is done. Library. End turn. Now, with this large map we made, which may have been a mistake, we definitely need to, gonna need to work toward, like, teleporters and stuff. Okay. This one, I don't know what's going. Oh, you know what I get it. I get it. This scout was back here. Then this city, we made peace with him, and now he's boxed in. He can't get out. All right. All right. So what we'll do is I don't know, how does he have XP? How is it getting XP? Is it just because of like the house it's in? Also, its tusks aren't attached to its face. All right. So just disband that unit. So there's the whole thing about, what is it? The units of the house get XP every turn. As long as the boss is getting renown, I think it was. Or they get XP when he gets renown or something, which is pretty cool if that's the case. All right, that's done. All right, and that's still going. No, we'll save it. I was thinking about rushing that, but I'll hold back. More gold income. Can she handle this? It says risky. Is there something else here that'd be better? Okay, this over here would be better. We'll go for that. Because she doesn't have the giant with her right now. Call to glory. Morale, I don't really care about that. Let's get Mark of Invulnerability. Shipyard is done. I think the scouts stop auto-explore if he can't explore any further without transgressing borders. Yes. Yes, I believe that's correct. Which is why once I realized it, I disbanded him. Alright, more mana income, just so we keep it in the positive, because it's pretty close right now. An infestation is sending invading forces from the Pirate Cove. Units have drowned. What? The scout I disbanded just drowned? Okay. Wow, it's like looking in a mirror. Greetings, giant daddy Mukluk Rainsinger. May wisdom guide you. Thanks. Alright, so one of my scouts found another faction. She couldn't take being rejected and drowned herself? Yo, this is dark. Alright. Hopefully he can handle the Pirate Cove. We're gonna send him over that way. Do we have any things that we can disenchant? Whirlwind Blade. Albino Warg. Pegasus Mount. Or the Warg, 228. Army recuperation. Oh, that's really good. Get one of those. Makes your army heal faster. Okay. Alright, so these two next. Defender ready. Casterland can expand. Get that gold vein finally. This one can expand. It's 2 quarries. Let's get that. Let's start the poison arrows enchant. New Empire development skill. Surge spell casting. Casting a combat spell reduces the cost of other combat spells for 25%. No, don't need that. Plus vision range. Yes, I do want that. You can create a new bounty. That's way too far away for me to do. Let's see. in turn. At Mukluk, Owlcat is making a new Warhammer 40k classic RPG. Yo, that's awesome. Hold on a second. Give me a sec. What is this? Dark Heresy. Become an acolyte of the Inquisition in this grimdark, party-based, story-driven CRPG. Lead investigations, uncover grand conspiracies, master tactical combat, and wage a secret war against heresy. Make tough choices as a conduit of the God Emperor's will. Now, for those who don't know, Owlcat made Pathfinder Kingmaker, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteousness, and then Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader.
Imperium is torn asunder. In this darkest hour, we are besieged on all fronts. By enemies from within.
Looks like you can have Ogren in your parties.
Enemies from without. By enemies from beyond. Still, no matter the cost, we must persevere. Every blade must be turned to our defense. Every soul, every dark secret. For if we fail, all will fall into the damnation of eternal night.
Pretty cool. Yeah, there was another one that we played with the Inquisitor. As an Inquisitor Martyr, I think. Where you played the Inquisition. It was pretty neat. Alright, so one of my scouts is getting picked off by a Marauder band. That's just like a neutral army that hates everybody. Oh, what is this? Okay, so a random faction just found me. Dude, there's so many factions. I guess because I'm wondering because I did very large map if that added more factions. Because it said there was not gonna be much on this map. That was a lie. Okay, let's see. Conjure Wild Growth. We're gonna go toward the healing Wild Growth when we can. Block draft for 2 turns to get a bunch of production. Block draft for 2 turns to get basically over 3 turns worth of production. Yeah, I'll take it. Mage Lock of Summon Slaying. It's a gun! I don't know if this will be handy soon. I don't know if we'll end up with a gun hero. I'll accept it for now. Okay, we can just auto that one. And level up. Alright, so Michaelis now comes with a free zombie sack. And let's move that out. That didn't work the way I hoped it would. Alright, we'll deal with that in a second. Okay, what do we got here? Gold vein. Farm, gold vein, haste berries, plus 20 draft. Alright, that. And hunting grounds, boost the production, get another defender, because they need to come from the correct city. This guy's just gonna chill, and we're going to make more stuff for this army. Alright, and then gotta build something else here. Monolith would be instant. Oh, that's right, we have tons of production. Alright, let's make a citadel. And ooh, the whole city like visually changed. That's cool. Can make Spelljammers now. Let's see. Farmstead is a buff to a farm, and it buffs nearby farms. So we'll start building that there. Vendor is done. Citadel is done. Hasteberries acquired. Poison Arrow spell is ready to be enchanted on our units. Respond to a hero's offer to join. Oh boy. Ooh, Oh, I know what I can do. Hold on. We're gonna cancel one of those units in the queue to be able to get another hero. Wait, where's that screen? Okay, here we go. Ritualist, Spellblade, Warrior is a goat. Mage, Defender, Spellblade. I'd prefer someone that comes from my faction because they're gonna get all the enchants that we've done. Just because I think it'd be fun to try it out, maybe with that magic gun we got. Let's get a Ranger. She starts out with javelins. And let's recruit that one. And yeah, she can use the mage lock. So if she uses her whole turn to fire it, it does giga damage. Physical, poison, ice, pierces armor, breaches resistance, and does 40% more damage to magic units. But if she does have to move and fire it, it'll do less damage and is less accurate. So while she has the mage lock, she cannot use a mount. I have to get her a different ranged weapon if she's going to use a mount. Oh, this finished crafting. Put this on him. Okay. What does she start with? Offensive formation, foraging, skirmishing. That's fine. I don't think... You get one free respec, I think. I don't think I need to change that. You need a hat. She's got a helmet face, John. Whoa, dude, look at her feet. With this armor, her feet come to points. What the heck? Got demon legs. Like a wedding dress. All right, you know what? This looks pretty practical. I like that. All right, chat. Who's gonna be my my gun? Let's see. Gorniar says me! Exclamation point. All right, Lady Gorniar. All right. Okay, new Empire development skill. Really nice stuff there, but we gotta save up some Imperium. The Talisman finished construction. I've already equipped it. You gained a level of Renown. Each quarry will grant binding fragments. Ooh. You've completed a major ambition. What was my major ambition? Hero leads a full army of legendary rank units. Oh, nice. Yeah, good job, guys. So they've all hit max level. Negotiations succeeded with them, sure. And enter. Maybe I should go with a tome that gives both an early weapon enchant and fodder summon. That's totally good, yeah. The Tome of Rock gives earth elementals, which are a nice fodder summon. The Tome of Warding gives the Phantasm Warriors, which are a nice fodder summon. Oh, look! These guys hit tier 3. Oh, I gotta inspect those. I gotta see what those do. Okay, so these dudes... Oh, shoot. Something popped up. Closer to magic. Your Eminence, you show us honorable Tuskmen as a proud and illustrious people. We seek to elevate ourselves from the worldly muck, okay, rude, of this realm. The envoy smirks. We wish to better understand the ways of magic. Over time, we might even augment our kin with the powerful flows of the astral sea. If you accept this quest, you could get a race revelation and a mystery bonus. Magic doesn't suit you, but farming does. Make them go farm. I'll entertain your request. Build 3 conduits. Okay, so conduits can be built on any tile that has a research post. We've got quite a few of those. I think I could just change them to conduits and finish this quest. Alright, so that's going to take 3 turns, but that should be quest done right there. Mark of Invulnerability, done. Staves of Warding enchant, get that. Okay. Alright, so this guy is still nervous about that one. Could have her go in the water to fight. Is an option. This city's not too happy. Alright. We're low on money, honestly. Market for more income. Alright, for now, we're gonna have Gorn go join Mecha for getting XP. Okay, so the Aspiring Knights have become Liege Guards. And they now have the ability Sworn Bond, where they can put a beam on another unit, and they absorb damage from that unit. These are still militia. So the archers don't upgrade. Okay. What other units do? Let me see. So now we can just train Liege Guards. We can skip the whole leveling up thing. Bannermen do not upgrade. Aspiring Knight can become Knights if you have tier 4. I don't have a ranged unit that can upgrade. That's a shame. Okay, end his turn. That's done. Signature skill. Michaelis the Berserker, get nature. Free... We'll come back to the Wyvern. We're going to get this where all units in this army regen 10 health per round. Helps them recover from fights. That's the regen right there. Rivalry declared on you from a rat. Great. Evil Presence. I'm working on it! Casterland needs production. Market, more gold income. What is this? Plus 20 production. Wait. There we go. Ranged units upgrade when you play the Monarchy subculture. Okay. The Trainer Ogre arrives in your court to pay his respects. Strength and wisdom to you. I was in service of renowned Gaudier and rulers, now I walk my own path. It'd be my honor to offer services to such a great giant daddy as you. Then lowering his voice he adds, or whatever other Gaudier or hero can visit me. The training camp is expected to reside in your domain for 15 turns. Welcome, instructor. May you teach my heroes well. This gives you a skill point. That's really good. Death Knight or Spellblade re-education. We can change someone's spec. Permanent defense increase. The skill Freezing Blast. Alright, this is really nice stuff. It costs a lot of gold, though. Or you can't attack the shopkeeper. He's a tier 4 unit, though. Alright. See, she's on a flying mount, so she can, like, fly out over the water, start the fight, and then come back. Now, there's a lot of little mobs and stuff in the water. We could start cleaning them up to get XP for these two. What's going on here? Mantle of Hexing. Disenchant. Ooh, that was actually kind of close. Battle Axe. Disenchant. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna use my free respec. Alright, so now we can do the AoE heal every single turn, which was the absolutely crazy move that carried me in that fight when we were down like 1,000 power in the multiplayer game. Not sure if I want to get the lightning blade or go for chain lightning. I guess we'll get the blade. All right, so now if I start a fight on manual, even if I start at 1 hit point, I can get everybody to full in the encounter. Okay, so we need to swap some folks out here. Oh, her stuff upgraded to Liege Guards too. That's awesome. Market is done. Okay, so we got some more stuff here. So we are having gold issues. So let's get a gold mine. Berserker leveled up. Okay. Friendship with you is declared. Yep, I'm amazing. Produce something in this city. Arcane Institute. Intern. Oh my god, we had a scout at the top right of the map. Oh, look at that map. Holy crap. Okay, so now we got this guy over here. Ooh, actually, my whole strat of, you know, healing with plants doesn't work in the water. So I gotta get enough health to deal with these guys before I go in the water. That one heal spell that I just talked about how I was fond of does not work in the water. Alright. So let's fix this army to be as many of her troops as possible. So that's 4. That's melee, melee, melee range. Okay, so she needs the healer. And... so it's range DPS, range healer, 3 melee, maybe 1 more melee. Could do the giant snake. Probably put a Liege Guard in there. Oh, that'd be really good, because I could put the bond on her and then have her just charge in. Unga bunga. Okay. Mug, would you recommend this game to someone who loves Total War Warhammer 3 but struggles with the combat? Yes. Honestly, in the open world, the turn-based stuff in the open world is quite similar. Not the same, but similar to Total War. But the in-combat is turn-based, so if you struggle with like the real-time, fast-paced battles of Total War, this might be better. Okay, this city is ready. Let's see. There's a farm there. We need to clear that Pearl Reef. That can be a research post. Is there anything I need for boosting? 3 foresters. Lord's Manor. I need more water tiles too, though. We're not using mana that quickly, so I think we go for Pearl Mine there? We're using gold faster than mana, so go for the Pearl Mine. Alright, set production. mint for gold income. Arjan, if you're still here, you said ranged units upgrade when you play the Monarchy subculture. Do the melee units not upgrade? Like, is it a trade-off? Closer to Magic Aftermath. All right, this is the thing where he asked me to make 3 conduits. That is correct. Okay, gotcha. The envoy extends his arms as if to further widen the grin on his face. Outstanding work, my giant daddy. We now have conduits to connect us to the astral flows all over this realm. We knew we could count on you. The envoy smirks. I expect you desire a token of gratitude. How can the honorable Tuskman reward your success? More stability, more relations. Gain a bunch of mana for 6 turns. Gain a bunch of knowledge for 6 turns. More gold. Hold on. 16 times 12. That'd be a little less than a 2-turn jump in knowledge. Or I could get like 300 gold. Yeah, I'll take the knowledge, I guess. Attack them. Daddy's gotta eat. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Retry. Retry. Oh, battle. Okay. All right. What do we got? So this is 2 armies. This is Gorn with the gun. See, that's a defender. Put the bond on that one. This is a snake rowing a boat somehow. Because why not? Target cannot be affected. Oh, does it only work on heroes? Oh, I thought you could put the sworn bonds on any unit. Oh, it's only heroes. Okay. So you can't have like a huge crisscross of stuff. Alright. Alright. Gornier. Snapshot is free. So. And then if he doesn't move, fire heavy mage lock. Okay. So the more distance we move, the harder she hits at the end of it. There's that. What are these units? They're not in a boat. Oh, they've got a Naga enchant. They snake people. Naga transformation. Okay. The healer gets the zap. Snick! Show them who the real Snick is. Control Z that. Now, any damage the bird takes gets funneled to that guy with a reduction. I want to take these mages out. Now again, the more distance I move, the more it hurts them. Charge! Kill this guy. Let's see. Anonymity says, "Hey Muck, I'm just wondering, have you ever considered review your fan Guild Wars 2 accounts to get feedback on how they can optimize them further? Like taking a look at their account and Guild Wars 2 efficiency and giving them tips for their goals and checking for things they might have missed. It might be a good content idea, which also helps the community." No, I've never really considered that, no. I suppose I could try it. It might be fun to try. I'm honestly not sure. I don't know. It's like I'm not sure exactly what input I would give until I'm in that situation. It's probably gonna miss. Oh, it is. That's a shock. Wait, does he always sunder defense on attack? 60% chance. Okay. Wow, that Sworn Bond thing is great for having a melee that's just going to charge in an Unga Bunga. Like, the damage getting funneled to this guy and then just heal him in the back. That's actually really good. So this whole Sworn Bond thing, I saw it for my first time when was fighting against Bonjus. So this is a feudal society unit. I don't hate it. Let me get some food and mana, because cannibals. Stalwart leggings. We should put that on the melee. Okay. So the gun then... It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. I'm torn on keeping it. It's alright, though. Scout is stuck. Okay. I know. Well, here's the thing I don't understand about this game sometimes, chat. Is sometimes when I step into water or out of water with an army, they lose all their movement. And other times, they don't. I don't know why that happens sometimes and doesn't happen others. Great Axe of the Assassin. Chance to poison. Take items. Pirate Daddy Monk. Yeah, we took out the infestation. Got rid of that. Alright, so level 8. So, this is one of the reasons I really like life magic. Look at this. Undying. Once per battle, when you die, you get back up. It's really good. And then add Decaying to his AoE Obelisk Smash so that enemies can't heal when he hits them. What did Mike just ask? I didn't catch it. Why is it sometimes when I go into water, my whole army loses all their movement, and other times it doesn't? I don't really understand why sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. Anonymity says, I was wondering about that because I saw the YouTubers doing it for other MMOs like BDO, like checking their gear, items and currencies, and quality of the things they might not have done or things they can work towards. Might help new players and existing players have a goal to work on based on your advice, or help players optimize their gameplay for their goal based on your advice. Here's the thing, though. Now, one, I do like making content. That's not a bad idea. The devil's in the details. Would I ask them to trust me with their account sign-in? Or do I have to talk a newbie through setting up an API key on Guild Wars 2 efficiency? Like, there is... like, one of those things we would have to figure out. Let's see. This army needs... It needs another defender and a bannerman. I don't think this can make those. I can make the. I can do the defender. Amphibious trade affects that. There's also an Empire thing you can unlock in the neutral beach, so it'll make it easier. Love this game, so nice to see you stream it. Hey, Eldevra, welcome. The move distance when charging has 2 caveats. It calculates based on starting and end hex distance, not total moved. It caps at 3. Oh, really? Oh. It costs a lot of movement points, but it doesn't necessarily set movement to 0. The Empire trait near the end of that tree also reduces the cost. Alright, so see, right now, I'm going from water onto land, and it looks like I've got full movement. Or near full. Wait, what is this thing? Ghost fields. Alright, there's a lot of stuff over here. Thinking of making a town here if nobody else has. Required. I'm just having this guy run into the mountains, see what's over there. We're having turtle soup for dinner. Reinforced leggings. And Mechalus leveled up. Let's get the free bone wyvern per battle. Okay. Staves of Warding enchant on. Alright, so next thing. So we were discussing trying out Geomancy since that came out with this DLC. I need another Materium or Astral Affinity between now and then. Just looking at options here. I mean, this is Materium, gives Earthkin, allows you to move through mountains much easier. Obsidian weapons, more fizz damage ability. This is not bad. We'll get Tome of Rock.
Earth, rock, the very foundation of the world beneath.
It's good.
Embrace it.
We'll get Obsidian weapons first. All right, this one's ready to build something. Let's get the castle. That's done. Got a fruit. Alright, let's see. Coast, river, and water provinces grant +2 food. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Vassalage increasing. Nice. Greaves of Escaping. Give Slip Away. Give that to the gunner. Not firing too... probably disenchant the robe, not firing too many spells off. Nice, no one's here. So I think I'm gonna make a town here, just to get all of these resources. Might be able to reach that too. We'll see. Alright. Could swing down and around and try to absorb more of that. Not sure how much we'll be able to reach. Could also go underground. There is some stuff to take out down there. Let's see, we need, let's see, melee, melee, healer, melee, ranged unit. Possibly one more melee in that group. I think we might be able to separate these two at this point. Let's see. Let's get an aspirant knight. Oh, I didn't mean to do two of those. New Warhammer Total War DLC teaser just dropped. If interested, super short. If you have a link to it, I'll happily look at it. Mana node, farm, underground passage, more farms. We'll do that for the research. Defender. Oh, is this the guy that was going to join that army? And that's fine for now, I guess. Oh, should I cancel the... I guess I should cancel this guy for now. Alright. And what else we got? Grand Estate. Masonic Hall. Well, if I do Grand Estate, then it said the Knights could upgrade, and that could be fun to try out. Actually, we could bring that Aspirant Knight up here to replace this Legend Rank Militia. Getting that guy replaced would be a good thing, I think. Alright, you could go into the Underground. Oh, perfect. Level 1 Octopus. You could farm that. Spell ready magical wards. Alright. Buff resistances of all my units. Now they're Super Saiyan 2. Staves of warding buff the support units in the army. Okay, cool. Looks like longer trailer tomorrow. Let's take a look. Hang on. Let's see what we got. Okay. Snakes, guy with moose antlers. It's like druids or something? Those other three people like, wee! Tides of Torment. What the heck? Okay, so you just like... Dude, that thing popped up like, Edward. Okay, they did some forbidden alchemy. Alright, yeah, pretty much everything I know about the Warhammer universe is like from the games I've played. If it hasn't been in one of the games I've played, I don't know about it yet. I don't know what that thing was. It looked like a chaos spawn, but I don't know what they were trying to do in the first place. Your vassal, Sira of Sealville, urgently requests an audience and appears gravely antagonized. This is an outrage, my liege. The lords of this realm should tremble before us, and you in particular. Yet unchallenged, Pontificantum continuously expands its borders. Meanwhile, Bodin the Thunderbringer built his wizard tower high. The hubris! The Duchess wrinkles her nose. We need to shake things up, cause mayhem, show these amateurs that we set the rules. She presents a guileful smile. Truthfully, all Godir and rulers of this realm pale compared to us. I mean you, oh giant daddy. Show them your power. Minus, let's see, Pontification will succumb to our might. Change to war. No, I don't want to be at war with them. I declare Bodin to be an incompetent coward. Relations insulted. He gets a grievance. You gain Imperium. My vassal outclasses every god-ear of this realm. That insults 4 different cities. You know what? I'm just gonna insult you. You have a Whispering Stone. The relations will get repaired over time. I'm just gonna say, no, this is not how I rule. I don't tolerate this. Dude, she is literally running at other cities going, my dad can beat up your dad. And I'm like, excuse me? I had nothing to do with this. Oh god, that was a big arc. Oh boy, alright, I hit auto before I actually looked at it. I was a little nervous there. 33 food and mana from that. Swift Greaves, Attunement Fortune, alright. Okay. Found another town. Noble Aegis. Disenchant that. Alright. Gornier, or Gunnier, leveled up. Cancels defense move, removes retail. Snapshot now knocks targets back. Melee and physical ranged attacks now deal plus 10% damage. Hero is slippery and swift. Melee attacks now inflict sundered defense. Effects increase for single shot attacks. Plus 20% crit chance. Let's do 20% crit. I think that's another nearby army that got dragged in. Wait, is this mine? Why are you two stacked together? You should be separate. Oh my gosh. That was 2 scouts that were just like glued together. Hidden Garden. We might be able to handle that with this army? I don't know. We could try it out. Alright, this town leveled up. More knowledge. Oh, I could also change those conduits back to research posts now if I wish. No, 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 wrong button. I hit the burn it to the ground button, chat. That is not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Alright, there we go. Change those back. Okay. Yeah, hide that. Let's see. Tatted Tank. It says, I know this isn't a Guild Wars 2 stream anymore. Well, not at the moment. I'll be on Guild Wars 2 again in a couple days. Do you know of any good PvE build that would use a shield and it's not a goddamn healer? I want something that feels tanky, supportish, but does feel like doing damage as well for solo play, like Warrior Guardian Rev Shield build. Lots of PvP builds use shields that are not healers, but in PvE, usually if it's a shield, it's a support class or something like that. Because, like, let me give you an example. An engineer can use a shield in its offhand, but if they're trying to do damage, their offhand, they're going to use another gun. You know? A friendship with you has ended. Rude. Negotiation successful. My relation with him is leveling up. Negotiation successful there. Rally. Bronze Golem. I'd be willing to help with the Guild Wars efficiency thing, though I don't think there's much for you to give on an account ranked less than 300 Guild Wars efficiency. I would wonder if someone were to trust me with their account login so that I could go in and review their account. If there's any problem that ArenaNet would have with that for, like, me having someone else's sign in for a time. I've never looked into that. If we were doing an account review. Upgrade that farm. Dread Spider Hatchling. I don't think I need that, and I think that's just going to drain resources. And it's slower than my units have 40 movement per turn. That has 32. Muck stole my butter when he had my login. Chieftain Vigir Skull Torture of the Free City of Whetstone gives you a loud, powerful shout. Mukluk Rain Singer, it is good to meet you, though you wield strength more subtly than us. I'm a giant. I don't know about that. I can't even say that. I believe we may have much in common. We of Whetstone may be rough and ready, but not motivated by glory, but we revel in combat and are outmatched. Okay, I need another Whispering Orb for that. Rite of the Guardian Spirit would be really good to have. Let's see. Where's the one that was underground? This one. I could have the Guardian Spirit join their army. Let's see. Alright. Chronomancer, use shield to Krakas. Is there any support class that would use a shield but could also deal some kind of damage to be able to solo PvE content? Mr. Monuments is the Chronomancer. Encouraging Eternal Thirst. Greetings, Giant Daddy Mukluk. Go merrily hums. It has been some time since we last communed. As you are aware, we scour the realm for knowledge. We seek to chronicle and preserve all lore held by the cosmos. We surmise you'd be interested in aiding our cause. Naturally, we will reward you for your endeavors. So since we cannot leave Sialford, we appreciate your capacity for retrieving what we cannot procure ourselves. The Eternal Sages conclude. Kindly consider aiding us in a quest for knowledge. Ask for a quest, challenging quest, give them knowledge for 6 turns. Offer your swift greaves for study. Pay them in mana. Reveals the closest uncompleted faded region. Let's try this. That's the closest one? Oh my god, dude, it's underground at the other end of the planet. Hi. Thank you. Here, take my shin guards? Yeah.
Oh, hey. That's 38, which is more than 3 years. Where has the time gone? Where? Does anybody know? Keep the magic going, beardless magic man.
Sidrill, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Mahuyu says, I wouldn't give you my account info, maybe an API key. Yeah, I wouldn't give anybody my account info either. I was trying to think of how other content creators do it for these, like, account review things, you know? Let's see, you need to be fast on your figures, guardians, and active defense class. Let's see. Lose knowledge for 6 turns. Gain 1 food pop. Or, let's just attack. Let's see. Giant floaty shield or giant floaty lance? Let's do shield. Says it can stun enemies when it hits them. Alright, let's build an outpost here. There's some good stuff around it. We could set up a teleporter over here too. Eagle bow. Is that more interesting than the gun? Plus 20% to crit chance. Has there been any talk of Guild Wars 3 in the making? Yeah, and there's going to be, we're going to all play Tengus. Is there going to be all our dreams confirmed? No. There's nothing confirmed. Nothing confirmed. We've heard rumors and stuff, but nothing from credible sources. I think we keep the gun for now. You know what? I think I'm gonna disband this guy. Alright. Hidden Garden. Counts as a farm. A lot of bonuses while you've got it. Says there's a chance. After arduous battles, the bubbling waters of the refreshing Hidden Garden seem very inviting to Michaelis and her army. The peaceful murmur of the stream is punctuated by playful laughter. Don't just stand there, calls a welcoming, seductive voice, joined by a chorus of laughter. Fair nymphs are frolicking in the waters of the spring. Yo, Michaelis, calm down. They beckon invitingly with their bare arms, blocking out the... Yo, bare arms? Oh my gosh. Degenerates. Blocking out the humanoid shapes floating lifelessly under the surface. The nymphs call out, almost imploring with eager requests, join us, come bathe with us. The nymphs beckon to Michaelis to join them in the waters. As she approaches, their smiles darken. Come on in. Do not resist. It's a trap! Attack! 780 to 460. In the upcoming battle, let's see. Order your troops to avert their eyes before attacking the nymphs. In the upcoming battle, avert your eyes is active. All attacking units become blind, but gain immune to seduce. I think we just say it's a trap attack. Alright, auto. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. Michaelis emerges victorious from the Hidden Garden. One final nymph approaches, arms raised. Did I miss all the fun? She asks playfully. She continues. Those hags tricked people only to drown them for sport. They even tried it on me once before chasing me away. I'm glad they're... She pauses to choose her words carefully. Gone. I'm not like them. I've always wanted to leave the Hidden Garden and learn about the world rather than drown everyone. She smiles. I don't have much to offer you except my gratitude, brave heroine. The Hidden Garden is yours. Take gold. Take food. Take the nymph. The nymph is a slow unit and would not keep up with the army. Okay. Let's take the food. Which allows us to immediately expand. Needs more foresters. We need more foresters, apparently. There we go. Alright. Over here. And you just auto run around. This guy is going to join the Mukluk army. It's going to take him a while to get there. Obsidian weapon research done. Rock blast research. Cast staves of warding to buff our supports. Any guides on this game? Hello, Mythos. I haven't made a guide on this game. Anonymity says, one thing I saw was they went on a Discord call with each other and streamed the screen and account. Okay. Yeah, that'd be a way of doing it. The thing is, if I'm poking around someone's account, I want to at least be able to use the mouse to look at their gear, not go, show me your hat, show me your shoulders, show me your chest. No, go back to the chest piece, you know. I've been in tech support. That's awful. So I'd like to be able to do a screen share where I can borrow the mouse while I'm doing it. So I'm building a farmstead there, and it gets buffed for every farm it's touching. So... do that. The rat's insulting me. I don't care. A unit is drowned. That's the guy I dismissed. Okay. What's the deal here? See, Alfred's there. What the heck? Okay. Michaela's leveled up in renown. Each population... Oh, that is really cool. Every population for the city this person is the governor of will grant 1 gold, 1 mana, and 1 knowledge per turn. That's really neat. What is this? That's agricultural? I've never noticed that bonus before. Dude, all these guys slinging insults at each other. What the heck? Need another forester for that. Or quarry. Excuse me. See, this is Chevalton. That's the second town. So we do need a healer from Chevalton in this army. So start training that. Let's do the tavern. Okay. Meeting Amicable Eastwatch. Okay, we just ran into another city. Okay. Fine. Hope you're having a nice day, Muck. I hope everyone in chat is too. Hello, Alice. I hope you are as well. Thank you. Rumors of rebellion. Too long, the empire of Lightning Lord Ambodin has been at unrest. Now rumors of a rebellion reach your court. Any dissent was met with severe punishment from Ambodin, but that only seems to have stirred the flames within. Recently, however, the loudest voice of the rodent artisans has disappeared, rumored to have fled to greener pastures. Unrest rumbles within the empire of Lightning Lord Ambodin. A threat to be dealt with or an opportunity for you? Change of heart. You are approached by Gornier. Her expression betrays dejection and vexation. My whole life I've thought of myself as a lawbringer, but as of late doubts are creeping into my mind. Is this my destined path toward renown, or will plotting another course lead me to success and satisfaction I currently lack yet desperately crave? Lawbringer wants to clear infestation. Privateer wants to win in the water. Explorer wants to be... Privateer would be easier to level you up as. Alright, almost have that over there. Distracting sphere. Okay. Oh, rock giant. I'm saving the game. Oh, okay, they won on auto. Alright, I thought I was gonna have to manual that one. Staff of the Magi. Disenchant that. Okay. Certainly winning a lot of auto. Dude, the fact that a lot of your tier 1 units just jump to tier 3 with this faction, and you don't have to, like, go higher tier 3 and bring them into the army and stuff like that. Like, this is still the starting army we started with, but they became tier 3, tier 3, tier 3. So that's really powerful. That's kind of like the same advantage that the Tome of Evolution has. Outpost founded. Make into city. Need more quarries? Need more quarries. None of them are going to have bonuses if I do it now. Also need more foresters. Nothing special about this tile. I'll do a forester there. Hero leveled up. Michaelis. Let's get Curse finally. That's a fun one. Friendship with you is declared. You know what? I will also declare, me and Frosty, we homies. We go way back. We go way back. As you ponder your dominion on this realm, you receive rumors about a person who may be of interest. There is talk of a mysterious prisoner kept in Dondel, blindfolded and gagged away from all others. Officials say she's a common thief, but the special treatment seems highly suspicious. There's even rumors about the involvement of Anbodin, Thunderbringer himself. Freeing this prisoner will certainly irk Anbodin. If you conquer Dondel, that will be the only way to take this prisoner from Anbodin. Alright. Have to find that city, though. Crown of Ruin. Don't think I have anyone that can really make use of that. That's more of a mage crown. Alright, finally got the Spirit Wolf to join this army. I think... I don't know if there's anything else I can do with this one here. I could start knocking down walls. There is a thing called excavation. I'd have to wait a turn to get enough Imperium for it that allows you to dig through dirt and make openings and find more stuff. Could start doing that if I wished. Crusader's Claymore. No. Disenchant. Don't need the shield, not running anyone who uses shields at the moment. Rock Blast research is done. That spell is now available to me. I'm going to use Shuffle Research to give me 3 new options. There's something I'm looking for. There it is, Earthkin. That's what I wanted. Plus defense for the entire race. Okay, so this is the first thing for this city. Excuse me. We need to get farms online first and foremost. So this is going to give 20 food at the moment, so we'll start with a farm there, and then we'll come back to it. And we need to clear the stuff in the water. It's in the way. We also need to put a Steli there, so we'll get that priming. And it needs a governor. So Gornier, you are now Gornier, the Gunner Governor. Gunner Governor Gornier. House Red Swain was founded. The newly founded House Red Swain of Bendleton is led by Liege Lord Gornier Gunner Governor the Stalker. Units of this house are empowered when led by their Liege Lord. Yes. You know what? Edit the house name. Gunter. Just to make it more Gunner Governor Gordier of Gunter. Just because I can. Alright. We need more food. Scout. Oh boy, look at this city. Look at this beautiful city. Hold on, I want to zoom out a little. I'm looking for anything special. There's a gold vein there. There's the Wonder down there. Would like to go for that Wonder. Do I need more foresters right now for anything? Yes, I do. Alright, excuse me again. I'm sorry. I'm very self-conscious of like sneezing and coughing and stuff on stream. We have been really using that Imperium up this run. It helped a lot in the early game, getting those early first few pops. Alright. So we need to take them back down here and clear this crap. Alright, so these guys are scared. Slay them. Be good. Wait, what? We big folk should build an empire together. 60% chance you receive a crap ton of production in this city. 40% chance they scream, we're not slaves, and attack. And you get primal exhaustion for 6 turns. Yo, it's worth the risk. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah! Alright. That's awesome. This unit is 60% harder to hit by ranged and magic attacks. Really? Give that to the person charging into battle. Excavation. Alright. So, like, I can dig this out over here. Okay, which house was this? Is this one? Yeah, alright. So this guy is going to go down. I will say this whole thing about having to get units to the army that were made by the right city with the right lord. Slightly annoying. It's not the worst, but it's not a game mechanic I love. It's not one that I love. Alright, no wonder our Imperium income's so low. I haven't been building the Wizard Tower up. We gotta do that. Oh, it built instantly because of all that production I got. Alright, next level of Wizard Tower. Built instantly. Nice. Room of Recall allows you to teleport your ruler's army back to the city. Instantly done. Nice. And... Wizard Tower next level. Tavern done building. Gold is currently fine. Never enough food. City stability is not great. Let's build a bathhouse at this one. Bendleton can expand. Holy crap, there's so much research to be gained out here. Farms first, though. Stelly, add rivers. Obsidian weapon enchant. Training. Oh god, the training camp. I forgot about this. Alright, intensive training for our giant. So he gains another skill point. Enhanced defense for Michaelis. Don't waste it. Freezing blast. Using that means not using your attack. I don't know. I think I'm good with that. Okay, so now when you conjure a weapon, it's permanent instead of lasting for 3 turns. So we can do that on turn 1 and then have it for the rest of the fight. Rune leggings. Disenchant. We've got better. Chivalton can expand. Need more quarries for that. Is there any that already have, like, really juicy stuff on them? No, not really. Alright, just put them there. This one can expand. Again, farms first. Other stuff after. Oh my gosh, my throat. Okay. Obsidian weapons. Oh, it's even going to affect the snake. Going to give him obsidian teeth. Alright. I think we're caught up on the enchants. I could start channeling this just to have it, like, primed. I could always cancel it. Another ruler was denounce. Yeah, whatever. Alright, end turn. Okay. And alright, so we're gonna have this guy is from a different house, so we're gonna have this one join in and replace him. Arcfire Broadsword. Tier 3 Broadsword. Alright, so here's the big question here. Broadsword you can't use while mounted. So if I were to change to this, it would look like this. So currently, we do 24 damage for a charge strike, plus 40% damage to large units. Usual charging bonuses. Those are the same for any charge. This one does 9 physical, lightning, and fire. So 27 damage for a charge strike, slightly more. Usual charge bonuses. Also a 60% chance of freezing, and a 40% chance, 40% increased damage to fiends. But he can't fly over the battlefield anymore. Or she can't. Is Michaelis here? Michaelis, if you're here. Sword or lance and bird? You pick. At Muck, did you see any Warhammer Skulls announcements? I saw the trailer for the upcoming DLC. It was like a teaser. Which DLC? It had like some druid-looking guys or something. I wasn't really sure what was going on. Let's get that. It's just raw stats. You're a giant, just melt them down and make a better one. I could do that, yes. Alright, so, hold on a sec. Alright, so, this militia, this legend rank militia, because he's been in my army getting XP the whole game, is fired. And he's going to be a scout now. He's a very mighty scout. And then we're going to have this aspiring knight join the army and start soaking XP. Alright, now we gotta take out the stuff in the water, because we want to expand into the water. That connects to the ghost field. Provinces adjacent to this landmark gain 10 draft. If souls are obtainable, this grants souls. The Undying Battlefield Combat Enchantment. Each turn, every turn, every corpse is resurrected as a random skeleton unit with Berserk. A city with 3 provinces adjacent to this landmark gains. Tier 1 units have their recruitment costs reduced, and if souls are obtainable, unlock. Okay. So we get some bonuses from that, but we can get this. Dig through that wall. Deliria the Berserker. What? I guess I defeated this hero and they're in my crypt right now? Okay. I didn't even realize I defeated a hero. Okay, I think we're good for the moment. End turn. Are you winning? I'm doing okay. I tried this game in single player. Well, I'm single player right now. I tried this game off stream on brutal difficulty, and when I had 2 armies, the enemy hit me with 8. And I was like, wow, okay. Like, they basically start out with like 4 cities. They just get to cheat. So I'm trying this on hard difficulty right now, which is right below brutal, and I'm holding my own so far. I also might have made the map too big, but we're doing all right. Alright, so this guy was uncovered. Nice. Rune leggings, so just disenchant that. And level up. When the hero gets a crit, subsequent crits will do an additional 10% damage, stacking up to 5 times. I wonder if you take this, do you have to get the crits like 2 turns in a row? We're gonna get passive XP generation for troops and army. Or can it be like crit, non-crit, crit again, and then you keep the bonus? Dig through that. Okay. I'll say this faction's quite strong on auto. There are some factions I've played where the troops were great on manual, but on auto, it didn't favor them. Have any of y'all ever played, you know, groups like that in Total War or this game? Like, for example, in Total War, if you play, I forget his name. He's one of the vampire heroes, the lords, and he makes his zombies insanely strong. But on auto, it always says they're going to lose. And on manual, they often win. It just the auto just calculates them as being weaker than they should be. Helman Gorse? Yeah, him. Little banged up, but we don't have another battle immediately. We just killed a level 4 enemy hero. 45 food and mana, because we're hungry, hungry hippos. Enchanted Breastplate. Once per turn, this unit will gain bolstered resistance if hit by a magic attack. That's not bad. Nope, 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 nope. Retry. They announced a new 40k CRPG. Yep, I saw that. Story DLC for Rogue Trader. I didn't see that. Pet class for Darktide. I did not see that. And so much more. That sounds pretty neat. Where's my Bone Wyvern? Shouldn't I be starting? Yeah. Does it not work in the water? I don't see my Bone Wyvern. And I can't use the plant heal in the water. Interesting. We don't have a lot of mana. We have some. Alright, we need to move a tile so the giant has room to step back. Because he can't do this lovely ranged attack. Oh my gosh, he gets to hit the entire enemy army with this. Nice. This is the unit that died in the auto-resolve. I'm gonna use some healing mana on him. And then he regenerates a bit. It's nice to see I can use the Summon Shield in Water Battle. I wasn't sure if I could. The enemy is fleeing the field. Do you wish to claim victory immediately? No, because I don't know if I get the same amount of XP if I do that. So let's finish off what we can. If anyone knows, let me know. I'm not sure. Alright, Earthkin research is done. This point's kind of whatever for that. Our mana generation is really low. Let's get a monolith. This can expand. Let's see, gold or mana or research. I think we do research. Your ruler leveled up. Yeah, we had the wyvern trait. I guess it just doesn't show up. Oh yeah, it says on the thing, doesn't work in water. I'm surprised, because it's a flying unit. It makes sense that the zombies on the ground don't work in water, but the flying wyvern, huh. Huh. Alright, let's get the single target heal. Spell ready, recall ruler, okay. Harder to find bones underwater? Well, I just assumed it was always with me. But, I don't know, maybe. Maybe. I could get another Whispering Stone. I'm gonna do it. I like having vassals. Free cities. These guys were very kind to me. I don't know where they are. Actually, hold on. Whetstone and Eastwatch. Who's in a better location? Holy crap, this map. Whetstone's north middle. Yo, my scouts have been busy, chat. We're looking for Eastwatch. Dondel. Eastwatch. Okay, the north middle above ground or north? Okay. The dwarves were kinder. Alright, so there's Dondel. I had a quest to take that city out. Also, new Vermintide 2 map drop today. Oh, that is awesome. And someone said there was a Darktide pet class coming out? Yo. Declaration ended. Good to know. You can create a new bounty. No, I don't need to make any bounties right now. We will take out this Pirate Cove next turn. I still want to see Darktide get the few... Okay, I love Vermintide and Darktide both. I've had a blast playing both of them. But Darktide doesn't have, A, Twitch integration, so you guys can't mess with the game while I play it. And B, Darktide doesn't show, last I saw, it doesn't show the stats at the end for how much like damage you did, how much revives you did, how many special enemies you slain, how many bosses you took down. Like, I love the integration. Excuse me. And I also love the thing at the end where you can see like what you were best at. Sharpened Construct Destroyer. Let's see. This is... What's he currently need? 23 XP to next level. I'm gonna remember that. 23. Let's try this again. We big folks should build an empire together. No, we are not slaves. He attacks. I was trying to get some free workers, chat. Not slaves. It's just, yeah, they're doing it for college credit, you know? It's not like that. Monolith is done. Why? Oh, my mana is quite low. I was like, why is there so many things I can't build? Mana. It's because mana. This generates some mana based on how many heroes are in the crypts. There's currently 2 in there. Training camp is about to leave. Yeah, I've already got what I need from that. Stability's not great here. Workshop after that. Unintentional volunteer work. Look, I made a Drow Cleric in BG3 and I'm having a blast fighting goblins. I'm glad you're having fun, Barry. Trader departs. Such is the life of a wandering instructor. Until next time. Alright, any more infestations or anything? There's one over there. Alright, so this guy is currently 17 XP away from level up. Nice. Alright. Nothing else to dig near here, unless I went over here behind this city. I mean, I certainly could. I could just have her keep traversing the underground, digging up stuff to do. Literally. Phantasm Warrior research is done. Probably never going to use that. Tome Library. Alright, so our goal was Geomancy? I need one more tome unlocked. It can be anything. Mayhem is kind of fun, because it incites a revolution in an enemy city, and they lose a province, and then they get like an army that pops up there. This is fun for messing with people. So, Mayhem, kind of fun. Fey Mist is alright. Ooh, Glades. Your armies move faster through forests, and your tanks can heal themselves in battle. You know what? We're going to take that. We're using a lot of tanky units.
There is vigor in the verdant
Leaf skin. Leaf skin. Alright, Bath House is done. We can build anything here. Herbalist gives some mana. For each nearby forest. We'll put that there. There's a lot of forest there. And then expansion. So every farm attached to the farmstead gets like a multiplier. So we'll do that. Hunting grounds. What do you need? You need forester. You need a forester. All right. Do you need anything? I don't think there's 4 farms for that one. Oh, we can get the Hidden Garden now, which gives Imperium income, because we cleared this out earlier. Nice. Ugh, just stretch on down there and get that. Pact of Loyalty done, nice. You were insulted, awesome. Wait, what? Weren't we telling the whole world we were homies earlier? What is your problem? Bro. Friggin' chill. Alright, I wanted to check this. So this guy is currently 17 XP away from level up. 17. Helm of the Warrior. Melee attacks do 10% more damage. What? Oh. Okay. It ended the turn, so I couldn't equip it. I have to come back to that. Greetings, Giant Daddy Mukluk Rainsinger, Gomarly Hums. It has been some time since we last communed. As you are aware, we scour the realm for knowledge. We seek to chronicle and preserve all lore held by the cosmos. We surmised you would be interested in aiding our cause. Naturally, we will reward you for your endeavors. Since we cannot leave Sialford, we appreciate your... Okay, this is the same text as earlier. Alright, so basically pick something to do for them. Give them my boots. Share your insight as a giant king. Ask for a challenging quest. Ask for a quest. Give me a quest. Reclaiming the Flow Rock Flask. We have discovered the location of a relic long thought lost. The Flow Rock Flask is located in a haunted graveyard east of Shivelton. They say to you in a monotone voice, we wish to study the Flow Rock Flask and store it within our vast crystalline libraries. However, the haunted graveyard is not without defenders, thus complicating the retrieval of the Flow Rock Flask. Will you clear the haunted graveyard? Oh wow, that is right by home, isn't it? That's pretty weak enemy too. Who's the closest to deal with that? Probably her, actually. So we're gonna have her come over. She can be there in 3 turns, it says. Okay. And the other thing we needed to do, let me look underground, is go to Dawndell and kick it over. There's an underground passage right there. So we can head over in that direction. The crypt here is done, which should give us bonus mana for each of the bodies in it. Creepy. Fishmonger. Spells ready. Start charging Earthkin. Oh wait, that one guy that had 17 XP until level up. Let me take a look again. It's still 17. Okay, so the renown thing, he's not getting... See, I don't know, because it was like, for this feudal thing, when I gain renown, all of my units, you know, the ones with my house's flag, will gain XP, right? But what if my renown is max? Do I still gain renown? Or is it capped so it doesn't happen anymore? I don't know. I am not sure how that works. Step on the octopus. Eat the octopus. Arcfire Sight Taker. What? What is this? Oh, I think it's like a magic staff. Okay. Alright, disenchant. Alright, she's heading over to the haunted graveyard. She's just clearing stuff in the water for experience. Alright, Fishmonger is done. Let's see. Scholars Guild. Bindleton can expand. Let's see, it needs Another forester. It needs a quarry. It doesn't have any quarries. I could do a dredge quarry in the water. The water, I misspoke. The water. And... the water, yeah, the water. We're gonna go farm here, because, again, anything connect... Look, this farmstead is giving 52 food. That's insane. Yeah, it gives bonus food for every farm touching it, and we just surrounded it almost with farms. Wah. Bounty posted. I really have never done much gameplay with bounties. Suavel can be integrated. Alright, so I could leave it a vassal. It is on my side, and it's giving me this income each turn, and it will improve. Or I could say, you're mine now, and take control of them, but then I have to manage everything. I think for now, I'm gonna let them stay independent. And just get the benefits of that. Let's get production to build faster there. Muck is rich. We're doing okay. I will say for my first time trying hard mode for, you know, beyond like 10 turns, I'm pretty happy with how this is going. And again, some factions do not do great in, like, early auto battles, but this one's doing pretty well. How do you want to deal with this group of river trolls? We big folks should stick together. Nice. They're gonna go build my city for a few turns. Nice. Oh, look at that. Look, there's a lot of buildings that are like, we'll take 0 turns to build, because they're in here just furiously hammering away. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Is this the one touching? Yeah, this is the one touching the water. Grand Wharf requires another water province. Oh no. I'd like to make the Grand... Alright, we're going to attract population, which allows me to forcibly expand. And then make another water province, and then it should allow me to make the Grand Wharf. Okay, and then she is heading up here to deal with the Haunted Graveyard. And she is going to attack this group. Piercing Cloak. Disenchant. That. Okay, Bindleton made a workshop. Bindleton can expand. And let's have it go to tier 2. Scholar's Guild, that's fine. Hero leveled up. Who is this? Michaela's leveled up. Second, I usually would go for Second Wind. Second Wind is anytime you get a kill, you can then heal for 15. Which is really powerful if you're running around just like, you know, popping things. However, right now, with the thing where you, with the bond, where the damage this hero takes is diverted to another unit, it's not taking damage much. When this unit lands an attack, gains a stack of Strengthened. Strengthened increases damage by 10%. Let's get that. Ramp it up. Oh, we get another thing. Plus 20% crit chance, or 60% chance of inflicting Sundered Defense, and you can destroy fortified obstacles. I think I'll take Sundered Defense to shred their armor. Alright, Earthkin. Alright, this is actually going to make them physically look a little different, I think. Yeah, look, like her arm is rock. A lot of them, their left arm is a rock. Yeah, so now they have +1 defense, mountain camouflage, they can go invisible in mountain areas, and mountain walk, they can easily cross mountain areas. New hero. How's the learning curve for this game? I didn't think it was too bad. It's got some pretty decent tutorials. It's kind of like easy to pick up, you know, hard to master. There's a lot of depth to it if you choose to go into it. Each pop grants 2 gold. 5 knowledge. That is a weird looking weapon. What is this guy? Spellblade. Flaming charge strike. Trollkin governor. 2 food. Again, I want people that are of the race I've been enchanting, so they get all the enchant. That's a lizard wearing a wolf. That is also a lizard. That is a goblin. That is a goblin. Warrior. Challenger, industrious governor. Mage. Arcane governor. Each pop grants mana. Let's get a mage. Alright, chat, we need a name for our mage. And we need a 4th city to assign them to at some point. Alright, so we're going to take this healer and bring them back and assign them to the mage. And let's do some... Wait, I can make storm giants? When the hell did I get storm giants? They're very slow, though. They're not going to be able to keep up.
Tenebrae 2 raided my stream with 37 viewers.
Oh, hi! Thank you. Let's see, we need 1, 2, 3, 4. We need those. That'll take a bit of time, though. Tenebrae, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Welcome. We are playing Age of Wonders 4 and learning how to do the Giants DLC. Alright, end turn. Dread Spider Hatchling. I don't need that. That would just drain my resources, so we're going to disband that unit. It's your giant ruler thing. You can train giants of your type in cities at tier 4. Oh, I guess I haven't gotten to tier 4 with the giant yet. That's cool. That is pretty neat. Reclaiming the Flowrock Flask failed. What? I'm literally 1 turn. You suck. I literally, look, this lady ran straight here and was 1 turn away from handling that quest. I'm like, hey, I'm 3 turns away. He's like, I'll give you 2 to handle this. Really? Really? Okay. All right. I'm not bitter at all about that. Oh, yeah, we need a name for the mage. I forgot. Currently, it's Hester. That's terrible. Hold on. Adjust appearance. They need a wizard hat if they're going to be a mage. There we go. All right. Lady, what do we got? Blue. Blue the academic. The academic, yeah, right. Blue the crocheter. The crocheter. There you go. That's more accurate. That's more accurate. What did you start with? So mages either start with fire or lightning. You started with lightning. So you could shoot lightning, you could curse people to take more damage, and you are an initiate of chaos. Okay, that's fine. I'll just leave that. Alright, we got to Muckade's Twitch chat. I literally got every other name from Twitch chat. Charmon, shut up. Next hero is named Charmon the Whiner. Alright, we want to... I'm gonna have to cross into his territory to go underground. The Grand Wharf is complete. Wait, what? Where's the... Is it T5? Hold on a second. Grand Wharf was a prerequisite for another thing that I wanted. I don't see that other thing on the list. I can't remember the name of it. It was another water-themed thing. Maybe it's a higher tier. Guild can only has one. I don't have one. This is my main city. Alright, Blacksmith. Chilton can expand. Anything we need for boosting? Another Forester. Sure. All cities gain 1 pop, 1 time. Animal. Gain more casting points. Not having to... I'm mostly just doing enchants periodically with this faction. That's not really a huge thing. Oh, wow. Someone got wrecked. The auto is in the void. Dude, this guy is trying to, like, talk smack to me, and he's, like, currently dead. He's like, I might die, but I'm still gonna haunt you. You suck. Emma, are you looking for the building that makes all your sea tiles give it benefits? Yes. Yeah, that was the one. That was the shiny I was looking for. I couldn't recall the name of it. Okay. A little nervous about this one. Okay, we're fine. We're good. Spider Hatchling Bell. Physical range attack do +1 damage for each unit tier of the target. Physical range attack sound. Let's go down this left path. More gun, please. Working on it. Alright, Swift Heal. So I really like being able to do multiple things on your turn, action economy and all that. And so I really like Swift Wild Growth and Swift Heal, because you can do those and then still attack on the same turn. So we're going to work toward that. The other options are good. This makes the heal take your turn to cast it, but it's area of effect. And this makes it possible to bring a unit back from the dead, but it takes your whole turn. But like, if I do this, I could cast this, and then cast this, and then attack the same turn. I just really like that. Bring him over. You chill. You're waiting on troops to cook. Okay, Mask of Precision. Does the gunner have a mask? No. Give you the mask. Muck, you missed my plus chip redeem. I'm sorry! Where was it? There we go. Okay. Leaf skin research is ready. I'm not going to use any of those, so I'll just pick one just to advance the research. Start channeling leaf skin. Blacksmith is done. In case you didn't know, giant rulers give bonuses to your main city for every quarry it has. The higher the renown level, the better bonus per quarry until 3. Even brings in higher tier crafting materials. Yeah, I think I did see that. That was up here. Each quarry grants 5 production. City structures cost 20% less gold. Each quarry grants 1 binding fragments. And so on and so on. Yes. Bindleton can expand. Negotiation successful. A new rally has started. Oh my gosh, so many things. So many things. Set production in Casterland. Do armory, production. More food income. Alright. But yeah, the thing with the Seafarers Guild, you said that you can only have one Seafarers Guild. I had just got, that was my first Grand Wharf, and it required the Grand Wharf to build it. So I know I didn't already have it somewhere else. If I don't go underground here, how far away is the next entrance? There or there? Pretty far. I don't want to declare war on this guy. I don't mind a little insult. Trespass. Just a little insult. Whoa! Entering the deep glitter chambers. Delving into the depths below Colwell, your troops are startled by echoing explosions and the sound of bustling pickaxes. Careful over there, someone yells, and emerging from among a group of workers, a richly clad man plants himself before your troops. Baldur, the vanguard of the Company of Lost Treasures, he introduces himself. We're excavating the ruins of an entombed city from the ancient kingdom of Merida. Our adventurers are well outfitted to deal with whatever hazards we may encounter. However, he eyes your troops one by one. Capable contractors are always welcome for a fair share of the spoils. Tread this excavation site at your own risk and watch the Devastator spheres. Baldur the Vanguard concludes. This bedrock requires some big bombs to break. Use this opportunity to conscript some workers for Bindleton so I could lose gold, gain production. Ask him about the famous adventurer's gear sold. Gain resilient helm and shoes of escaping. Enter excavation. Buy some production. Deep glitter chambers. Just as the conversation ends, warnings from the far end of the cavern give notice of Devastator spheres set up for detonation. Light the fuses, expect some bruises. They built these halls in centuries past. We bring them down in instant blast. 3, 2, 1, boom. The earth violently shakes as the Devastator spheres blast open a tunnel towards the first chamber. Time to do some digging. Okay. I came down here to beat up Dondell. I didn't know about all this. Oh, this... I can't even dig through the rock through here. Okay, well, I guess we're seeing what this is. Alright, I guess that's what we're focused on right now. Alright, she is waiting on one more unit. What was it, an archer? Yeah. We'll just do hurry recruitment just to finish it now. Alright, so this army, the blue army, is ready to go. We just gotta find it something to do. You can go join Gunter's army. Who are you conquering first? Not sure. I've just been doing the quest things. I've just been following the story so far. A wand of lightning? Give that to blue. House of Hunger. I don't know if they can handle that. If you have any other guild type in the city, you can't make it. Other guild type? Aspect of root. Okay, hold on a sec. I didn't know there was multiple guild types. One sec. Scholars Guild. So Scholars Guild is blocking me from making the boat thing. Okay, I didn't know that's how it worked. All right, so can I have one guild per city? Is that how it is? Yes, okay. So this city has the water, so I should get rid of the Scholar Guild here and build the water one here and move the Scholar one somewhere else now that I know that. Thank you. Masonic Hall. Looks like nearly anything is fine. Let's just build one. Tavern. Bathhouse. Archer's done. Yep. Tavern finished instantly. New Empire skill available. Natural Order. Provinces with forests get more stability. Sure. Let's do that. Another ruler started negotiating. Good to know. An infestation is sending invading forces. This is a little north of Bendleton. Okay. Alright. Alright, chat. This is one of those games I have to tear myself away because I am really enjoying it. We made a ton. Dude, look at this. Our scouts, all those scouts and militia I set to auto wander at the beginning. Look at this. They opened up this whole very large world map in one play session and most of the underground. They did a great job. Alright, so we are going to save our progress here. And having a lot of fun with it. Glad we were stable. I wasn't sure if I would have some like early losses before kind of figuring out feudal, but this isn't too bad. And we will pick it up from here next time. All right. With that, chat, I am out of time for now. Thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you guys had fun. Few plugs on the way out. If you're new to my channel, my name is Muck. I stream every evening and every weekday morning. I'll be back in about 5 hours where we are going to have our evening stream. We are currently working on Doom the Dark Ages and Baldur's Gate Honor Mode. If you're interested in watching either of those, be sure to hit the follow button here on Twitch or subscribe to the YouTube channels if you haven't already. There's links to both of them in the chat right now. And a very special thank you to our dear patrons. They keep this channel alive with their support. There's a link to that in the chat if you'd like to become a supporter. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day. If you're watching me on the Twitch side of things, I am going to drop a raid on another creator just to support someone else that I know. If you're on the YouTubes, we're going to wrap it up here in just a second. But like I said, I'll be back tonight. Looks like Ari is live right now. Ari does a lot of different indie games and demos. It looks like she is trying one right now called Linked Banner of the Spark. So we'll pop in and see what she's up to, and I'll see you this evening. Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't matter which one I use.